What's going on, everyone? This is City Wrestling Radio, and well, this is the 2020 finish. You know, we've built up the entire year to this point. People said the match lasted too long. I would say it lasted a good, perfect 365 days.
We've reached our limit. Reached our limit.
We've hit the boiling point. That's actually what it should have been.
We've gone Broadway.
It's the 2021 finish. I'm your host. I'm Korey Smith. And joining me via whatever teleconference chat we're using today.
We can't say the name out loud because they haven't paid us yet.
Exactly. Are my two wonderful co-hosts, the City Wrestling Radio OGs. First and foremost, he joins me every month on the City Wrestling Radio Retro Reviews, Mr. Jose Oseguera.
How are you doing? And how are you doing, Mr. Vergara? Nice to see you again. How are the people out there in the internet land? I'd like to say hello.
We're not live.
Finish.
We're not live, Jose. You're talking to nobody right now. You're only talking to two people.
And I include you in my web.
Wait. No, I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Jose. It's great to be back on these shows. Great to not talk about a weekly show. Not great to not, do notes. And hey, Dynamite was pretty okay this week. Get into it.
Joining us for I think the third time this year.
Wow.
Has it really only been 3 times?
Well, there was
okay, we don't have
yeah. Mr. Michael Vergara, one of City Wrestling Radio creators himself.
Stop it. Stop it. Yeah,
Mr. Vergara, how are you today, sir?
I'm okay. Recently trying to go through a sickness. I recently got tested. The Rapids said negative. Everybody around me has been testing negative, so I'm positive about that. Keep positive thoughts as I wait for my PC.
Okay, now I'm confused. Wait a minute.
I'm positive that I'm going to be...
So you're positive?
I'm positive about being negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a negative guy.
I know.
Kid.
Hey, listen, we're in a fucking wrestling podcast. Of course we're going to be negative.
I think that it requires, that's like half of the requirement for this job. It's you have to be negative.
Oh, you got it. Not negative, critical. Critical is the word they would say. Critical.
Oh, that's true. That's what sets the good podcasters apart from the journalist, right?
No, keep going.
Anyways, well, if you haven't figured it out, this is the 2021 finish where we are just gonna sit here and drink our drinks, and we're gonna pick.
See what happens there. Mazel tov to you fellas, by the way.
Here. Yeah. Everyone, cheers.
Spider-Man cup. Okay. Yeah.
Hibiscus tequila.
Hibiscus tequila. Okay, are we just gonna show off our drinks now? I got a whole entire bottle.
Let's see what you got.
Entire VSOP of Hennessy.
Woo.
We don't get paid for these fucking YouTubes anyway, so it's not like we're gonna get.
Hey everybody, guess what's up? Hennessy just brought me a VSOP. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
My boss gave me this like a month ago. It's a bottle of rosé. It's been sitting in my fridge ever since, and I'm waiting. And there was a half bottle of champagne that my roommate left in the fridge 6 months ago, and I drank that before the show.
Don't you not have roommates anymore?
No, I don't have roommates anymore.
So it's just you in that building.
Congratulations.
You could have easily been in any room in this building and do this podcast. I mean, hey.
Well, I could have, but I mean,
yeah, but then look at the background. Look at the
look
nice.
at it.
Yes, it's all beautiful. Hey, hello, Sting. It's Sting.
Sting. Yeah.
This is good for all the podcasts. Us just doing visual gags.
Just talking, shooting the shit. Well, they've seen the podcast before. But okay, so every year, I think we talk about the best of and like the worst of the year. And this year, I want to take a different approach about it. I just put a bunch of fucking things in a hat, and we're gonna pick it out. I'd say we'll pick
things.
10. We'll start with 10, and then we'll see how we go from there.
All right, sounds good.
Right, Michael? Sounds good.
Yeah,
10.
Yeah, why not?
8, 10. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes for time. So, shall I pick the first one?
You didn't send this stuff to us so we can just cut it up ourselves and just do it.
I mean, we could have, but
I like this way better.
We're all going to talk about. See, that's okay. Let me explain the rules of this. I mean,
there are rules.
Yeah.
Well, So we're all get to talk about whatever the topic is. We don't have to say like 2 minutes, 1 minute, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Some topics cover other topics. If we've already covered that topic, we can.
We
just
don't have
move
like
on.
a time limit or anything. You could just sit
No.
to talk about it.
Yeah.
You're getting a bunch of topics from a hat, and we're just gonna talk about it. Made a list, and you checked it twice. You're gonna find out who's a 5-star or nice.
Okay. So the first topic of 2021 is Gable Steveson signs with WWE.
Gable Steveson signs with WWE.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I'll go first. I yawn.
Okay.
I yawn. I yawn.
Yeah.
That's put
Did
the
you-
emoji right here. Yawning emoji.
I mean, hey, he's a name. You know, he had a really, really dramatic finish in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics that took place in 2021. By the
Yeah.
way, think about did it? Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Oh my god. But yeah, Gable Steveson, he won gold. You know, that's something. That's something to them. It would have been dramatic. It would have been a dramatically different like curtain. It could have been a dramatically different red carpet. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing about them signing him is that they signed him and then they kind of like had him come out at, was it SummerSlam?
Yeah.
After he won the gold and melted it down to a necklace.
Alongside
Which-
someone else, I forget their name.
Yeah, which I think is really cool. I don't know. I hope to see what happens with Gable Steveson in the future. I wonder if they're gonna put him through the NXT 2.0 system. Are they gonna make him like a Braun Breaker and change his name?
No, main roster, 100%. I mean, you clearly see that in those Raw shows, 100%. Main roster.
Okay.
He'll be Bobby Lashley's buddy. He'll be buddies with Bobby, and because they're both legit shoot wrestlers.
I want to.
And the thing is about Gable Steveson is that he wants to WWE, like he also wants to do MMA on top of WWE. You know what I mean?
Like a Brock Lesnar type situation.
Exactly, like a Brock Lesnar type. I mean, they were cut from the same cloth, both from Minnesota.
That's true.
You go through those videos of Brock Lesnar training Gable Steveson, like they want their next Brock Lesnar, and with Gable Steveson, your guy.
Yeah.
Not much
Yeah.
I can really say about it. He hasn't wrestled a match. He is a name. That's really all I can really add to that situation.
Well, you know, we're not going to see him for another 5 years at least.
Not
Well,
5
if they
years.
rush him-
No.
If they
They'll
rush him,
rush him.
okay,
They'll rush
if they
him.
rush him, he's going to end up like Omos did last week.
No,
Or
I
this
think
week.
Omos is a completely different story.
Dude, they totally yanked him off of TV because he wasn't ready. This guy's not going to be
Or
ready.
he
He's
had
gonna make a
COVID.
fool of himself.
Either that, I mean, yeah, I heard, but then they also
A lot of people
There
were
were-
this past week.
they were also, but then
Precaution.
Omos also wrestled a house show against AJ Styles, which was reportedly terrible, but that's another.
I believe it 100%.
Was that at the
You
Madison
have-
Square Garden?
I think so. And you wrestle a bad match against AJ Styles.
Yeah.
That ain't it, man. That ain't it.
Well, Gable Steveson, best of luck to you. We hope to see you do great things. And I mean, I think it adds some legitimacy.
Yeah, no, I wish him the best. I just hope they don't rush him.
The more Olympians.
You don't want anyone to fail.
Exactly.
No.
Well, I'm sure there's somebody out there.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I have one name, but I won't say it today.
Joey, right.
Day next year. What?
Anyway, no, I'm gonna pick a different. Okay. So, well, I mean, we talked about topic. Take a second.
Yeah, that's good. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no, but Gable Steveson, he could pick it up like Kurt Angle or not. How much I can say about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Like, why did I put Gable Steveson? That's a good one to start with, though. You know, it warms us up,
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
us going. You know, all
We
right.
need to rebuild that chemistry you once had all together.
In the was it the City College Community College recording studio?
Oh, those were
What's
the days,
that?
weren't they?
What
The
place is that?
City
Mm.
College recording studio
You
that
know,
no longer teaches radio, but launched my career.
Did
into
they like
radio.
completely just gut that entire system now? At this
That's
point,
what I heard.
oh, but they got
Oh.
dope surround sound systems. They got 3 rooms now.
Whoop de doo, Basil.
Oh, come on, surround sound immersion. That's the the future of audio.
I
Just
know.
get a piece of paper, Korey. You're killing me.
Oh,
Not that hard.
I don't want to pick that one. No,
No.
it said Corey's pick. It was Corey's pick. I don't want to fucking. I feel like it just
Just put it
goes
back
on.
there.
Yeah, I put it back. Oh, well, it wants somebody to pick. So, Jose, you're up. What
am I up for?
I don't know. What did you like, or what did you fucking hate in 2021?
No, okay. I don't want to go the hater route, but I do want to give ourselves a little pat on the back, maybe. I believe last year we probably had Britt Baker as the one superstar that was going to shine in 2021. If I didn't watch the prediction show recently, but I think I remember it. So I want to give a shout out to City Wrestling Radio for she's had a very dynamic and cool year this year, I think.
Yeah.
That's my take.
You're just giving a shout out to old Britt Baker.
Yeah,
Britt Baker and the crew, because
thank you. I want to talk about me too. I think I did a really good job this year. And I know Britt Baker. I think she's been fucking amazing, and I'm just gonna go that route of your pick. I'm just gonna say Britt Baker, and she's been great this year. She is now the 8. She's at the top, like the top of the women's division in AEW.
Did she win the title this year? No, last year.
No, she won it this year because she had the.
Was it Double or Nothing?
I believe so. Well, because remember she had in March she had the Lights Out match with Thunder Rosa, and that was before she was.
It's got to be Double or Nothing.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Oh my God. Ugh. Okay.
So much has happened this year. So yeah, no, it's like all these crazy things, and I think one thing that I want to focus on with that is the Lights Out match, the one I just brought up. How amazing that match was. How I can watch that match. It's one of the few matches I can, because I love wrestling. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of things, just like just like movies, some things I can only watch one time. And that Britt Baker Thunder Rosa Lights Out match, I can watch over and over again, and I have. So that's what
Pretty good. Pretty good.
What do you want to add about Britt Baker, Michael?
That as much as I want to say this was her year, I feel like it's been her. She's been this for the past 2 years. You know what I mean? Like 2019, like this. Can't exactly remember. Maybe late 2019, and then going into 2020. Like I feel like she's always been here. So for us to say, oh, 2021 is the year for Britt Baker, like she was just sort of the person. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me put it this way.
She was established. She was well established as a big time player going into.
Agree, 100. Let's imagine before 2021, a roller coaster going up, and we're anticipating the best. We hope this ride is hella good. We hope that this is going to be what the chains are bringing you up to. 2021 has been the roller coaster, not as a downfall, but as the fun event that her career is now.
I mean,
that makes sense.
Yeah, you can coincide that with the fact that we're 2021, like a third into that, like in 2/3 into that year, we got fans back, which probably end up talking about again. But as far as Britt Baker is concerned, I thought, I would give the props to somebody else for them breaking out of within 2021. I would just say Britt Baker has. Oh yeah, she been there. But props. Not to discredit yours. I mean, that's your pick.
I don't think this was like her breakout year, but she did have a great, fantastic year. Like I said, she's at the top of the AEW's women's division, which is equally like at the top of wrestling's women's division. Like, yeah, there's what was it, Becky, and who's the other champion? Charlotte now?
Yep, they're the champions.
So it's Becky, Charlotte, and Britt Baker as the top 3 women in all of women's wrestling.
You think Britt Baker should wrestle more regularly?
Yes, I do.
I think she doesn't wrestle enough. But then I guess that's just a creative, philosophical decision that on their part that I don't necessarily disagree with, but I would love to just of her. Like she had a great match with Riho.
I love seeing her every week cutting promos, dude. I look forward to that.
Yeah. And
that's good enough for me. Just give me a little taste.
He hasn't had a bad match. No, you know what I mean? No, like every pay-per-view match she has surpassed those expectations. Like I want to say I wasn't really expecting much out of the match against Chris Stanlander, and I thought that was one of the better matches. I mean, the pop for that Panama Sunrise. What can you say?
Yeah. Yeah. Was that on? That was the same. That was at
All Out.
All Out.
Which,
Yeah.
hey, I'll get it out of the way. I mean, show of 21, probably the greatest pay-per-views of all time. But we'll get there, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see. All right. Let's move on, shall we? And our next pick for the topics of City Wrestling Radio's the 2021 finish. I like this number.
I already have my pick. I'm
I'm gonna
prepared.
keep picking that one.
Not me. Freestyle, baby.
Ring of Honor. Oh,
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. R.I.P. R.O.H.
there it is. Ring of Honor. Yeah. So Ring of Honor this year. They're not dead. Come on. Everyone says
they're
they'll
for
be
all
back.
intents and
They'll be back.
purposes, they're pretty much toast.
Um,
Like they're really just a property at this point. They're never gonna be like a regular show. It's Jonathan Gresham's gonna have that title. It'll be like that NWA title before NWA. Remember when like in those New Japan shows where it's just a promotion?
It
that
is
doesn't exist.
because okay. I've noticed this, and I've seen this on multiple independent shows lately across the country. I've seen posters that say, Jonathan Gresham, ROH champion, defending his title against so and so, and then on another poster I'll see a Ring of Honor world champion Bandito defending his title against so and so. So
It's just going to be a property. It's a name property that like they're not going to have their own TV. They're not going to have their own arena. They're not going to have people under contract. They're just going to have people just using that name around it. I guess if the property owners want so and so to be champion of this title, I think that's what they're going to go ahead. Again, don't quote me on that. That's how I'm reading the room in terms of ROH going into 22.
So, if you didn't know, this year Ring of Honor has kind of ceased operations, and so what they're doing now is basically a glorified independent show they're going to do starting in March. A lot of people said they're going to die and not come back, and we'll see what happens. But honestly, I'm excited to see what happens with Ring of Honor. I feel like they're going to be more like WrestleCade. You know how WrestleCade does the conventions and they do the shows, and it's just all out fun. But
yeah.
And GCW, I think, will be the one to kind of take the place of Ring of Honor because they're growing, man.
Yeah,
they're growing, and
somebody's got to grow. Ever since Ring of Honor's not going to be what it is,
fill the vacuum.
Hopefully, we'll see. Go on.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if someone like Vice, who's taking a liking to pro wrestling, all of a sudden, like them throwing some money at them and seeing what they can do.
I
wouldn't be surprised.
And when you're the channel that takes that airs Dark Side of the Ring, the least thing you want to deal with is professional wrestling.
Although you guys know, doesn't MLW air on Vice?
I think so.
There's they have one show that does air on Vice, which I think is really strange.
It's really interesting. They get like a legit journalists there. Like they got Meltzer and they got fucking
what at MLW or at
no. Like they just kind of have these journalist roundtables. They don't even talk about MLW. They just talk about whatever.
Yeah. Oh, the MLW shows. Yeah. They do MLW news shows, but they're about wrestling in general.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But you don't see enough of on television. That's cool.
At all. Yeah.
Get me the application for that. That sounds like a fun thing to get paid to do. Just saying.
Yes, I would like to make money, Vice. Here we go.
I would like to make money talking about professional wrestling.
Oh
Please,
man,
pay me money.
I'm just like you.
Yeah, this could be your demo tape.
Yeah, I've done mushrooms before. I mean, I could work at
edibles all the time.
I've investigated the Kosovo refugee camps while on peyote.
Well,
it's like that. It's like that. Remember that Vice account, that parody Vice account, where it was like the whole template was we did X drugs while investigating a place where a war happened.
It's funny, and I love the Vice because it's always just like some really skinny nerdy kid who's like, I'm gonna take 7 grams of peyote and sit in the middle of the desert all day long, and I'm like, all right, dude,
man. Good for you, man.
Right on. All right, the next subject in the 2021 finish. Please don't pick Corey's pick again because I'm fucking tired of throwing that one back in there. All right. Okay. Oh, wow. This is something somewhat recent that has been brought back into light. It was actually on this week's Dynamite. We're going to talk Brandy Rhodes.
According to her, hey, her words, not mine. She is a black bitch.
Well, thank you for being the one to say it, not me.
You
Because
ever
it made us all uncomfortable.
You ever watch that fucking Cowboy Bebop show on Netflix?
Yeah, I tried watching.
I didn't, but the reason why I didn't watch that show because there was a blackmail line like, "Oh, I'm putting you under blackmail because you are a black male." He says this to a black male, and yeah, that's why I have not watched Cowboy Bebop, and that's probably why they're canceled.
Yeah,
Literally canceled, not you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Done.
Not 2021.
No, they will not be having a season 2.
First off,
That sucks. I mean, whatever.
To Brandy Rhodes and to Cody, congratulations on the baby.
Liberty,
Yeah.
liberty, liberty. Sorry.
No, I just love that. If that kid comes out to that song one day, I'm gonna fucking be the 50-year-old old man, be like, yeah, they're doing it.
I remember that joke.
I remember that commercial. Those kids acting like old people. But I don't know. The whole Brandy Rhodes, like she's doing this thing now where like
You literally
remember-
just wrote Brandy Rhodes on a piece of paper.
No, I mean, I did, but I put it back in the hat and I picked. I didn't like wrote it down. I was like, oh, Brandy Rhodes.
Okay. Yeah, what else is there? She had a baby. She was kind of gone for most of it
Well,
because she was on
But she
maternity
wants to
leave.
be. She like wants to be a wrestler, but like in Roads to the Top, she wants to do this whole thing where she's like, she asked Cody, she's like, how should I do it? And he was like, you want to know what I really think about it? I think you should start from the bottom and fight everybody. That's my Cody Rhodes impersonation. It's great.
Good one. Good one.
You
You gotta have a lisp. I mean, like
I tried.
he
to
really does have a lisp.
It's okay.
Kinda
It's about right there.
Just like my daddy.
Not okay. He has about a third of his dad's lisp.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least he doesn't talk like nonsensical rambling during a pay-per-view.
No, it's a different kind of rambling from with Cody. I solved racism by marrying a black woman.
Everyone love me. I'm wearing red, white, and blue. Who doesn't love America?
Huh?
Wait, what? Huh?
His line of 2021 is when they called it a Transformers tattoo.
Oh, Dan Lambert.
Yeah. Oh,
Dan Lambert. Yeah,
that was hilarious, dude.
He
got cheers. He got cheers on Dynamite for doing that.
This fucking
Don't make
John Cena 2021.
Brandy Rhodes. I don't know. Her being a wrestler, her being. I just feel like.
I'll say this: the Nightmare Collective left a really bad first impression on everybody's mind when she did that.
And nobody really had anything against Brandy going into the AEW.
Oh, absolutely not.
Well, okay, minus the racist and the complete bigots out there. You know what I mean? The misogynist.
Oh, I don't even count them.
Okay, because they don't count as people. So like nobody really had a thing against Brandy before AEW, but once it started, I felt like people just, I don't know, like felt like she was just kind of pushed down our throat. Like, why did she need to come out this past week? Like, why did Dan Lambert focus all his attention on Brandy Rhodes? You know, it's just, it's forced.
I guess they just needed to make that Cody connect.
Yeah. What's something about Cody? Let's make fun of his wife. Oh, her name is Brandy. Oh, it's a stripper's name, isn't it? Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
No. It did get a tremendous amount of heat, responded.
All right.
Whatever.
Our next topic. We're going to stay in AEW. But we're not going to talk about Brandy Rhodes. We're going to talk about the Omega one, Mr. Kenny Omega. I would say it's fucking year of Omega. I mean, I don't know, man. He held every title. He's like the fucking Ultimo Dragon of belts in 2021. He had like every belt except for the WWE.
Well, every belt that mattered.
That's the comparison they want, that's the comparison you always get when you talk about belt collector. Rain.
And I think, at the end of the day, I would have liked to see a little bit more out of that belt collector reign.
Yeah, totally.
I felt like they could have gone a little
Maybe if
further
his
with it.
body wasn't literally falling apart.
Well, you know what? It's not my problem. That's just what I wanted.
Yeah, it's his problem.
Entertain me.
No, I'm
Okay.
sorry, Kenny. Kenny, if you're watching, I'm sorry. That sucks that you're going through pain, and I hope you get better. At the same time, what I would have wished would have happened.
Now, like, what do you guys think of? What do you think AEW without Kenny Omega are?
I'm digging it. I'm having fun. I mean, it
mean,
lost a little
they-
bit of his
it's-
luster, but Bryan Danielson is gladly took the ball and kept running with it. So
I
I'm
think,
juiced.
and I think he's kind of had to,
Yeah,
because
totally.
who else is there right now to be the top heel in AEW? John Moxley's taken, his leave of absence to focus on his own personal issues. You got Kenny Omega, who's trying to heal up, not heal up, but actually heal his body up.
Too early for MJF.
It's way too early for MJF to be anywhere near that title picture. So, I mean,
I
they're
wouldn't say
doing good work
way
with
too
him, too.
early. I
So
would
was
say
it-
way too early.
I think the pacing is right with him, with how he's progressing. MJF is the future dog.
but nonetheless, AEW without Kenny Omega, I feel like the Elite comes off a little flat. The Bucks
Is
have
the
kind of-
elite, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
kind of that centerpiece.
they've now it's kind of like Adam Cole's kind of taking the centerpiece position, in the Elite. Everyone's fighting over him now, and I don't know. I want to see what happens, and of course, Kenny Omega's going to come back, and eventually he's going to win the AEW title again, just like John Moxley will, just like
Think in 2022, somebody's going to become a two-time AEW.
Yeah. Or see,
Would it be?
yes, and it would be Kenny Omega.
if anyone, yeah, because
He-
Jericho's not getting that belt for a long time, if ever.
Beating Daniel Bryan.
I mean, hey, where you don't have that many. You don't have that many. I guess it would be Kenny. It could
Yeah,
be, it could be,
Moxley,
it could be
maybe.
returning Moxley.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. Moxley, now that he's taken some time off to focus on himself, Daniel Bryan had to take his place.
Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan.
Same guy. We know who he
call
is.
him.
We know who he is.
Yeah, I call him DB, BD. Sometimes
The
we
real
get-
ones. The real ones know.
Yeah, me and him, BD. But yeah, nonetheless, he had to take Moxley's place as the heel winner of that title eliminator tournament. And so now that opens up what Moxley's going to do in the future. You know what I mean? He can come back and just beat the hell out of Hangman, win the title. He could,
Mhm.
or, he
100%,
could,
yeah.
or he can, eventually just battle with Bryan.
Do you ever hear about what Brett Lauderdale, like the GW head honcho, said, where insisting that their champion still is John Moxley? No, not by any indication. Probably not going to be that amount of.
Honestly, I thought Moxley was going to make his return the other night at Dynamite, because it's been around 30 days, and I know I can't sit here and say how long recovery takes, because I've never
Hello,
been in his position. Hey, Michael, how are you today?
I'm good.
Good. But no, I don't know how long that takes, and
Remember, he has a brand new baby at home too.
he has a brand new baby at home.
Oh, Nora.
Is that what's funny? So I bought Renee's book, the cookbook.
Yeah.
It's like the thinnest cookbook I've ever bought.
5 recipes. His hamburger,
It literally has like that.
nachos.
How many of
Yeah.
it consists of? Here's the one way to spice up your poutine. Is there poutine? There has to be poutine. She's
I don't think
Canadian,
so.
right?
I don't think so.
How is
Wait,
there not poutine?
Okay, over under on one pot meals. say
no,
it's-
not one pot meals. No, she has some good like
Okay.
cocktail recipes, but it's funny because there's every picture I was looking at, I was like, oh, I just think of her and John Moxley.
As you do.
John, well, because John Moxley on the Wrestling Observer radio podcast was like, oh, Renee's making all this food and I'm just eating it all. And this picture just comes up. I don't know if you could see it. Can you see it?
Doing his face right now.
Yeah. And I was just like, hey, it's John Moxley drinking with his wife who's wearing a Hardy Boys t-shirt. And I'm like, they have the coolest wrestling marriage ever. Like every fan probably is like, every male fan or every fan, you know, probably wishes they had a partner. Like
anyway, I think Kenny Omega had a pretty good 2021. Yeah, what can I say? Like the dude did the barbed wire. He drew the highest pay-per-view. Like he is their consistent draw, at ratings wise and money wise. And so for him to do what he did especially during the pandemic, like that is not a small feat. There is an immense amount of pressure going his way, going through that entire company.
He carried the company.
The pre-Danielson, pre-Punk days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's kind of the I don't know if I want to go this high in accolades for him, but he's kind of the Steph Curry of professional wrestling nowadays, whereas he changed the game, the way the game is played. The all Forbidden Door stuff was really cool. You know, the game is now played differently.
Look at the way Curry dribbles and look at the way Omega dribbles.
Now, you would call actually that is a very fair argument with Kenny Omega being the Steph Curry of professional wrestling. I would say I was thinking the bigger picture of wrestling dating back to like the mid 2000s. I would consider Bryan Danielson to be the Steph Curry of professional wrestling for the style that he kind of introduced in the early days of our Ring of Honor when he was the champion there. You know, as far as like game changers in wrestling is concerned.
No, I see. Kind of like the little guys taking. I don't even want to say little guys, but you know, they're not the 6'5",
the unconventional sized among them.
Yeah. That I totally see.
And we do have a Bay Area bias. I think Steph Curry is he's the basketball god.
Well, yeah, just like Barry Bonds is the fucking home run king.
Oh, I can't believe.
Okay, let's
No, that Barry Bonds should be in
next topic. Barry Bonds, home run king.
It's probably an age thing. I remember like being as a little kid, just like, you know, like, oh, Daddy, why does everybody hate Barry Bonds? Because he took steroids.
Man, there's people that took steroids.
People fucking hate. I know.
I heard Barry Bonds. I've heard.
You've heard Barry Bonds took steroids? I know, right?
No.
People don't really realize that.
I've heard Barry Bonds is somewhat of a not nice gentleman.
Oh yeah, no, he's a complete asshole. He's the biggest asshole.
The problem
go ahead.
The problem too was that he was an asshole to the press, and those are the guys that vote you into the Hall of Fame.
That's true.
When you're the guy who makes Jeff Kent look like a good person, nah. Let me tell you.
Wait, I got a bone to pick with Jeff Kent. He was making fun of our uniforms, our home uniforms.
Jeff Kent, there's a lot of
kind of a tan.
A lot of things that you don't want to.
He called it Manila.
Who the fuck? Who does he think he is?
Sorry, what's the next topic?
The next topic are the 2021 finish.
Jeff Kent. How much of a dick was he? Sorry.
Oh, this one.
Massive.
Guys, turn that frown upside down because we're about to talk about Happy Corbin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What do you guys think about Happy Corbin's? I feel like okay, hold on. First off, this is what happens when we don't do weekly shows.
We get to air out whatever the fuck we like think about in like built up through all the shit.
Yeah, Happy Corbin.
I mean, he sucks. Okay, go ahead.
It's not his fault. You got to blame the guys.
What, Gene Snitsky?
That all of a sudden they want to write comedies and sitcoms and buddy movies, and they can't push this guy as a tough guy to save their lives. So what do? They turn the comic angle. I mean, I found poor when he was broke and he was going to casinos and shit. I found that a little bit more intriguing than this.
He went to a casino and he fucking got.
He lost it all.
He got he got so rich. That
right.
That like he is fined for like weeks on end.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
the thing is with the sad Corbin thing was that the whole character was revolved around him. Finally, like life hitting him with a bunch of bricks.
Like karma, right?
It's karma, and so you would think like, oh, maybe WWE is gonna teach us all a good lesson of how like try not to be a shitty person. Maybe good things will happen to you. But no,
You
no,
you got to be a good person to write a good person
that
story.
is you have to be that you have. You're completely right, Jose. They do not WWE in a nutshell. They do not know how to portray good people, good characters on television screen because the person. Let's be real here. The person behind most of the ideas is not a good person.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
not. They don't know how to make good. They don't know how to portray good people on screen because none of them are good to begin with. The people who make them.
what are you talking about? The guy who wants to kick the most ass. He's the good guy. It's just like, come on, man.
But to laser focus on Happy Corbin, he's doing his best, with
I'm
what's
not
given to
blaming
him.
Corbin.
He's
I'm not
really
blaming
good at
Corbin.
his job,
Yeah.
just going all in whatever's given to him. He's kind of like the Miz
Hey.
in that sort of way.
He went from King Corbin to broke, sad ass Corbin, and honestly, like at least he looks good in his new role. Like he's wearing a nice shirt. It's nice fitted to him.
Gave him a hat.
He has a hat now. Yeah. And with a friend who doesn't wear a hat, who has hat in his name, Madcap Moss.
The Frank Beard of wrestlers.
Okay. Hold on. I just want to say this. Isn't WWE just like mostly just people we've never heard of now? Madcap Moss, Boogs, fucking like.
Madcap Moss was Riddick Moss. You do know that, right? He was the guy that they gave us that was just.
But you look at the other
into the
company,
main roster.
You look at the other company, and it's just like Kyle O'Reilly, Kenny Omega, fucking the best friends, Orange Cassidy.
That's
everybody, the Young Bucks, everybody.
But then that's just evocative of their hiring styles that's just what their hiring style is now. They don't want people who have indie wrestling backgrounds. They want people, they want football players, they want ex-athletes, they want bodybuilders. They want people who weren't wrestlers that they will want to turn into wrestlers,
Cora Jade
from their own mold.
And they want to teach their style as the only style.
Yeah,
there's
because
only
they got
WWE style. That's it.
Because they have a clear palette. They are a clear palette for them to paint whatever they want to paint. So, you can't teach Kyle O'Reilly how to run the ropes because he already knows how to run the ropes.
Yeah, well, remember WWE, they don't make wrestling shows, they make movies. Sorry, I don't have a bottle. I don't have a bottle of water to aggressively drink right now.
He made that water bottle look really appetizing, though. I want to say,
fucking asshole.
No, and that's the thing. Right. He does that pregnant pause, like, we make movies.
Gross.
He has a fucking skeleton of a dinosaur behind him. He lets that sink in.
What an egomaniacal person. All right. Next topic. I don't know what I'm picking. Oh, look at that. WWE mass firings.
Speaking of egomaniacal crazy fucks.
Are we all in agreement that this is pretty much bullshit, that it's not budget cuts? Right?
Yeah, it's the most problem. Yeah, no, that's nobody is buying that for a fucking second.
So I don't think it's budget cuts at all. This is erasing the Triple H era of NXT.
Oh, dude, that shit is a memory.
They have fired everybody, every single person that worked in NXT before, except for what, Dexter Lumis, I guess technically was there. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's crazy. How many people did they let go? Like 58, 84 people? How many people was it?
God, I feel like it'd be easier to name who's still, it will be easier to name who's still with the company rather than who's not with the company anymore.
Yeah, Top Dollar, Drake Maverick, John Morrison, Tegan, Jackson Riker,
Top Dollar,
Isaiah Swerve Scott, Shane.
All of Hit Row. All of Hit Row,
yeah.
I forgot the big boy's name. He did that TV
That's Top
show
Dollar.
Top Dollar, yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Keith Lee.
He's money.
Keith Lee. I got the list.
Money.
Keith Lee, who was a double NXT champion. Let's fucking remember that.
Fucking money.
He was which they never went anywhere with that angle as him as double champion.
And you know,
Karrion Kross, Nia Jax, Ember Moon, Eva Marie, Mia Yim, Harry Smith. Harry Smith?
B. Harry Smith,
Oh my
son of
God.
Diana.
Lindsay Dorado, Grand Mental League. Who is Jeet Rama?
Hey, he was part of the fucking
Katarina
Buddy.
Cortez.
fuckers.
Trey Baxter. Jessica Maya. Oni Lorkin. Frankie Monet.
Pusick.
Did you guys see that post? Okay, no. Somebody posted. Okay, so I'm in a LGBT wrestling group on Facebook.
Ooh,
And
led by Effie.
no, unfortunately.
Ah.
I wish. But no, someone posted, they were like, this post was in June. And it was like, hey, WWE celebrates Pride Month. We love.
Oh yeah, no,
love
that's
people
when
Pride.
they yeah.
And
Yeah,
it was
yeah, I
like
heard about
this. We let we talked to Jake Atlas, Mercedes Martinez, Frankie Monet, and
What do
it
they
was
all
so-
have in common, Corey?
They were all fired by WWE. And I'm not saying they're fired because of their
They're contractors. You don't fire contractors. You let them go.
Bronson Reed, Bobby Fish, Mercedes Martinez, Tyler Russ, Kona Reeves. Kona Reeves, he was NXT's finest. Literally. Leon Ruff, former NXT North American champion Leon Ruff. Stephen Smith, Jake Atlas.
Hey,
Well,
hey, listen. It was on Dark. He was on AEW Dark for a tryout, and
Greener
apparently
pastures,
that went
greener
well.
pastures. Greener pastures. Good for him.
I am happy that Jake Atlas is now had a match on AEW Dark. I
Hey.
hope to see.
I'm happy that Jake Atlas is happy.
Amen to that. Ari Starling, Desmond Troy, Zachariah Smith, Asher Hale.
Are you sure this is all from this year?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what this list says. So
Mercedes Martinez recently signed with
And this
All
is-
Elite Wrestling.
this is from sportingnews.com. So it can't
Thank
be
you,
wrong.
Sporting News.
But yeah, man, that's crazy. Oh, and Tony Storm. Sorry, we forgot Tony Storm.
I was watching that Sean Ross Sapp Q&A when he immediately got that news. He was like, hello,
Excuse me, this is just so shocking. Tony Storm is not with WWE anymore.
Sean Ross Sapp is not
British.
Is not British.
Well, the way you said it, you had a British
Oh.
accent.
Hey, okay, I'm about to find out right now that that Tony Storm is gone from WWE. I'm gonna
Well, she
put
bailed though,
more
right?
from
She bailed?
five. Yeah, she just straight up. He straight
She
up
asked for a
like
release?
went. No, she didn't ask for a release. She was on the road. She was in an airport, and she just took another flight home.
You know
Okay.
what? I'm just gonna home. Screw you guys. I'm done.
Okay,
Wait, doesn't
here-
she live with Juice? I don't know.
Okay.
Tony Storm. Yeah, but then like she's also another one on the list.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. WWE, and it's just like, how many people? Like I sent you guys that picture.
How many more? You know, it's gonna happen again.
Before the year ends.
Well,
We got
not-
one day, buddy.
Yeah.
A1.
Bray Wyatt got fired.
Bray Wyatt got fired. Yeah,
That's a big one. I'm surprised. Is he a topic in and of itself? You want to talk about him?
let's talk about Bray Wyatt. Fuck it. Yeah, let's talk about
We're
Bray
here. We're here.
Wyatt.
I
Like,
want to see what
that's-
the next step is after filming that movie, and I want to see that movie.
What
Do you
movie?
want to see that movie?
He's like, yeah, I want to see it. He's supposed to be
This
an actor. Bring it.
actor. You know, but
Hey man.
No, he's gonna play himself probably.
I really don't. The thing is, I don't Like,
AEW's
you-
getting kind of crowded, right?
know, but then I also don't see AEW like they already have their spooky guy in Aleister Black. You know what I mean? I mean Malachi Black. Ugh.
Go
Well-
to Impact and be big fish, small pond. Small pond.
That's what I'm saying. If he goes to Impact, like he's a bit too big for that.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, what
So-
is, isn't Braun an Impact now?
Yeah, he's with
I don't know, is
EC3.
he?
The free your narrative, brother. You don't want to let someone control your life.
I'm
No,
not
you-
finished with wrestling.
I'm not wearing a mask. I'm kidding. I'm sorry, but that's just what I hear with the free your narrative thing. It's just like no one's gonna tell me what to do.
Watch me dye my beard blonde.
He did.
Anyway,
He looks like Mira now.
He's still injured, but I digress.
He was in San Francisco recently, hanging
Dude,
out.
dude, was it because of the Matrix Resurrections? Y'all
Yep,
seen
yep,
that
yep.
movie?
No, I
not yet.
heard it wasn't that great.
I
haven't seen that.
think it needed better action for me to love it more.
I almost went to go see it. I had nothing to do on Christmas because my car broke down.
It's a good it is a movie with its heart in the right place.
I just like everybody, like, because I work for a news outlet, and it's just like there's somebody did a story, and they were like, the tease for the story was like the Keanu Reeves movie that'll have you going, whoa. I was
Oh
like,
Jesus!
Come on.
But yeah, no, they
I already had 3 Bill and Ted's.
They filmed a fuck ton of scenes in San Francisco, and let me tell you, the scenes that they filmed in San
trust me.
Francisco.
I know.
Oh yeah, the scenes that they filmed, that is San Francisco. But in
Was
the
it called-
context of that movie, I'm like, man, you could have done so much better with San Francisco.
No,
I'll
I
say
remember
that.
what
Fuck it. Resurrections. Go watch it. Spoiler alert. It turns into a zombie movie.
Ah, great.
Okay, now I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah,
The Matrix,
hated
Walking
it.
Dead.
Like that's not exactly what I want. I mean, it's not zombie in the sense of they're undead, but
Like a Rob Zombie?
no,
Like Edge,
no.
like he's singing a song so Edge will come out.
No, think about it. You know the whole idea about the Matrix, where
Jesus.
you can kind of just manipulate the world as it is. Let's say you can control a great deal of the population. Let's just sick the entire population with our characters, and they all just run Dawn of the Dead style. I hated that. It was
so
actually my
it's-
least favorite part of the movie.
It's World War Z, but in the Matrix.
It kind of was. I
Mm.
hated it. Can you be a little bit more creative?
Okay, I like shitty movies. I'll watch it.
But then Resurrections, the whole caveat of what it was trying to go for, I was behind it. I really do think it's a solid 7 out of 10.
Oh,
It should have
Okay.
been better.
legit,
It should have been better.
legit.
Like they could have gotten they should have thrown more money at it.
Do you think it was better than No Way Home?
No. No.
The fan service of a Spider-Man movie.
Nobody else on Bray Wyatt?
Oh yeah, we're talking about Bray Wyatt. Well, okay, hold on. Bray Wyatt, I don't know, like his whole run in WWE, like it peaked. Not even. I mean, I guess it peaked with the Fiend winning the Universal title.
We were both at that fucking Chase Center show where the Fiend violated Seth Rollins and people were losing their shit. Remember that one guy? Remember at
was
Chase
that
Center?
before Hell in a Cell?
Before times, from the before times. We were both, and then and then it was people were just losing their shit at the sight of the Fiend.
Seth Rollins screaming, crying. Anyways, I ruined that with my Seth Rollins scream.
Oh God, was the match where he got lit on fire by Randy Orton this year?
Oh no.
No, it was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Our next. How many more should we do? Like 3, 4?
Well, how many have we done? Like 6, 7?
I don't know,
I was hoping you would do this until the hat was empty.
dude.
Oh.
There's a lot.
Fuck it. Let's. You want to? I want to.
We'll keep going until we wear thin.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
well, you know what?
we're at
Okay.
1 hour.
Okay, if we talk about WWE 3 more times, we quit.
No. That's our best material, Jose.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Our next topic. We're going to talk about the current AEW World Heavyweight Champion. We're going to talk about the story of the Hangman.
Cowboy shit. Cowboy shit.
To my cowboy, I lift my glass of rosé up to you. Hangman Page, what can you say about his journey to the AEW World Heavyweight title? It's been great. I mean, I don't know, like the whole build up, the whole, getting excommunicated from the elite, to only find friends in the Dark Order, because good people find good friends no matter what. Good people attract good people no matter what. And I think there was a point of this story where people were like, "Oh, he's gonna get the help. He's gonna join back with the Bucks, and they're gonna be friends again." And I was like, "No,
Yeah, no way.
fuck that."
No.
Like him with the Dark Order is where it's supposed to be because they're all fun-loving people and everyone loves the Hangman. The Bucks right now are not fun-loving people
I don't know, man. You see their shoe shopping videos?
No,
That's
they're
fun
not
loving.
fun.
That was a cool video.
No, they're fun like to watch, but they're not like.
Look at that.
Okay,
Look
you
at
can
that.
picture. You
Look
can
at
picture
that. That's the Bucks right there.
5.
I'm pointing at my Jordans. By the way, podcast listeners, I'm flexing.
You should have known by the song I was singing, but no,
Look at my PS5.
Oh, you bastard!
Sorry.
No, it's one of those things. It's just the Hangman's journey to the title was awesome in 2021. It wasn't shit at all, and I think it was perfect. I think there was a point where I think I was questioning it when there was a slight hiccup when he lost to Brian Cage, but it doesn't really matter in the long run because hell, he's the champion now.
Also, Brian Cage. Where's Brian Cage?
Hurt, right?
I don't know, man.
Well,
he did wrestle that match against Ricky Starks.
I've heard some talks about people not being happy with Brian Cage's.
Yeah, I heard that too.
People close to him. So I wonder if Brian Cage will be the first person to have the other.
Hey, listen. Hangman Adam Page. Hangman Adam Page.
Right. Okay, big fan.
I love Hangman Adam Page. He is one of the few like wrestlers who's actually a good person. he's a great. He was a good person. He's absolutely a great person. I'm just gonna say I kind of wish he beat Bryan Danielson the first go around, but I do understand the business of pro wrestling. You gotta milk that. You gotta milk the Bryan Danielson program. I don't blame you. That match against him was a fucking classic. If I would have, I know Meltzer gave it 5 stars. I'm giving it a 4.75. I would have given it 5 if it was an actual fit. Like the way that whole entire thing was built up for him doing the lariat. What do you call it? What do you fucking call it?
The buckshot
lariat. When there was like less than 10 seconds left, like if they did that pin, I would have said that was match of the year.
It was a great fight. You know what's funny? That was like the first episode of Dynamite me and my girlfriend watched together.
That's so romantic.
I thought so. I was like, Dave, this is great, isn't it? She's like, yeah, but where's the girl who whips people with her hair? And I'm like,
oh wow. Okay, that's another day. But Hangman Adam Page, I wish there's not a lot of expectation for him having a long reign. Do you get that feeling?
I mean, I hope so, but like
I hope he does have a long reign, but like there's not much. Like people expect him to drop the title. I think people expect him to drop the title to MJF.
I think Summer he's gonna drop the title. Whoever it's to, whether it's
Double or Nothing.
What is that? Is that May?
Double or Nothing is usually May.
Yeah. I think he's gonna lose in May. He's gonna defend in at is it Revolution?
Yeah.
And then I think at Double or Nothing he'll lose it, unfortunately. But
see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's more. I think you can get more out of a Hangman Adam Page, like in a year's time, 22, like 23. Like, where
he's
do you
still really
think?
young in the game.
He's very young. I'm the same age as him. No, he's a bit older than me.
Well, how old is he?
I think he's like 91.
Hey, it's a good
1991. Age, right? But he's in the 90s range.
Hangman Page.
I love that guy. He's like legitimately the most likable wrestler out there.
30 years old. Yeah, 30 years old.
He's one of my favorite. He's always been everybody's favorite. What else can I say about Hangman Adam Page? He was the right guy. For me, that match against Kenny Omega, I would say that I thought it was a good match, but when it ended, like my main takeaway was, what can we do now with the Hangman Adam Page a title reign more so than the match itself? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's Jose. What do you want? Do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his.
I hate Hangman Adam Page.
No, I love him, but I'm not a big fan of his. You notice his promos get cut off very, very fast. Well, I'm here to tell you cowboy shit. What?
I'm gonna get your fucking head kicked in. Yeah.
So yeah, he still got some growing to do. Super potential.
He's a fantastic promo.
Relatively young. What really?
He's an amazing dude, Jose. I'm gonna send you the promo about him when he was like, And now that I have a son, now I know that that's true cowboy shit.
Yeah, send it to me, and I'll let you know how I feel on our next retro review. I'll reflect on that. But yeah, no, I liked, how, I mean, he was the centerpiece of AEW to begin with, right? He was one of your headliners.
He was in the title for the first. He was in the match for the first title.
Jericho.
Yeah,
that's what
totally.
I kind of want. That's what I kind of want. Excuse me. I really do want a title defense against Jericho one day. I feel like that would be a really big deal.
I think it needs to happen, and I think Jericho's going to turn heel again.
I think it should be.
Yeah. They planted seeds.
Do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be a television? Do you think Jericho Hangman would be a television match?
Well, I mean, who's his next opponent for Revolution, for the pay-per-view? I know they have Brian.
Yeah, but they're so far apart right now.
Well, Brian's
such a long time, dude. March.
Mm-hmm.
It's March is a very long
it's not
time.
March.
Revolution is in March.
I thought it was in last of February.
Dude, fucking okay. But as I look this up, dude, they announced that like
hold on one
Daly's
second, guys.
At Daly's place.
Hold on.
It's in March 6th. March 6th.
March 6th. Okay. All right.
Dude, did you hear about the reports of Daly's place where like Tony Khan went out and he said, "Oh, we'll be back here March 23rd, Daly's place." I'm like, motherfucker, come to the West Coast. I swear to God.
Well, I mean, they're not coming.
COVID.
Next topic, AEW to the West Coast.
I love it, Hangman Adam Page. Wait, what? What's the next topic?
AEW to the West Coast. Will it happen?
Eventually. I might be a grandfather by then, but fuck.
Is that for a second I thought that was a shoot. Like, congratulations, Jose.
What? No,
it's way too young.
I don't know. We haven't talked in a very long time. Dude. Okay, again, very inside baseball. Did
I get blipped or what?
Guys, very inside baseball here, but fucking Friday Night Skate was 5 years ago, all right?
Yeah.
Right? Right? Now it's how our first collaborative project, our first real collaborative project together.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very magical time. It was like one of the few times I've ever been to like Union Square during December. I know it's
man, it was cold.
Now, I wonder how Gianni's doing right now.
Our next topic for the 2021 finish is the rise and fall of Keith Lee.
I heard he was a douchebag, man.
I
don't know.
No.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous, Jose.
But that guy was fucking money, man. Oh my god.
What is this?
He's a douchebag. He's money. He's whatever. Fuck that guy. I love him.
No.
Well, this is what I'm saying. The guy is full of potential.
Yeah.
If he's a dick backstage, damn, dude, you fucked yourself out of some major cash.
I don't think there's zero indication of this whatsoever. We'd hear about this.
I just
I don't know where
I hear it, but I heard that the guy was hard to work with.
Okay,
I don't
just
know.
admit admit it. Just admit that you're wrong right now. Jose.
Okay,
stop it.
Okay. What is hard to work with? It's hard to work with being somebody that speaks up for themselves. You know what I mean? It's hard to work with saying, "Hey, I don't like the direction for this character that you're giving me. I think it should go a different way." I think it should go this way. It's just like,
how are you supposed to argue against that? I'm in an argument, and the person's response is,
okay, I'm not denying any of that. But the dude, a lot of people
for WWE to work with.
A lot of people don't know that there's a boss, and sometimes you got to follow the rules. I'm not saying that.
Keep licking that boot, Jose. Keep licking that boot.
Look, I'm not. You can't. Okay, let me put it this way: you need to learn how to pick your battles, because if you don't, you're gonna get fired.
You understand what you're saying?
Are you telling me that he should have just?
He was acting like he was John Cena at the age of, at his level.
Okay.
That is quite a take, Jose. I know what you're saying. See what you're saying, but you're completely wrong.
No. He's not wrong in the sense that if you work for WWE and if you want to make it in WWE, that you have to do everything Vince gives you, whether it's a piece of shit promo, whether it's a crappy gladiator
They
fucking
make
character.
Dustin Rhodes put on
But the
gold
thing is,
makeup.
But the thing is, Keith, what is there any indication that there was any pushback from Keith Lee? Like, if you look at him, like he did everything that they wanted him to.
And it wasn't that
They
big a
gave him
deal.
the singlet. He got the
shit that he
Bearcat.
did, the shit that he did wasn't that big of a deal.
They gave him the singlet because Vince didn't want to see his body. They gave him the Bearcat name because they wanted to have that connection with Bearcat. What's his face that nobody fucking remembers, only Vince. And
Nick.
Yeah, and Nick. Oh god damn it.
And I don't think any of that was asking too much.
No.
Griping every step of the way.
And they fired him.
And
then they fired him. I bet you he wouldn't have that wasn't his decision, clearly. He was just sticking it out. So for them to fire him and for them to not pay his COVID expenses, which that's also the thing that he got COVID, almost died from it, and they didn't pay a single cent out.
WWE doesn't pay for anything unless it's like
unless you're Roman
substance
Reigns,
abuse later on.
Unless you're Roman Reigns,
Angle.
Unless you're Roman Reigns, who I have no doubt in my mind covered for his leukemia expenses when he was out. You know what I mean? That's very clear, very clear.
Yeah.
And so, what happened to Keith Lee? The AEW, it'd be mad sus for AEW to just not snatch him up the second they can. You know what I mean?
He needs to be there.
He has to be there, and he's he completely fits that mold.
I will say this: AEW,
there's an absolute place for Keith Lee.
They're getting that roster is getting very inflated. Very inflated.
I see it,
and that's what makes Keith and that's all the more evocative of how big of a star Keith Lee can be for us to just straight up say Keith Lee should be in AEW.
Yeah, so okay,
we can't say that. We can't say that about everybody. I can't
Gargano.
even. That's exactly what I was about to say. I can't even say that about Johnny Gargano.
Wow. Okay. I think Johnny Gargano will show back up to NXT.
He will. He'll be in AEW.
You think Gargano will be in AEW?
Yeah, but on the subject of Keith Lee, he's can't miss. He's absolutely can't miss.
Yeah.
And yet a WWE missed because honestly, to be honest with you, whenever WWE misses, I just feel like they just do that on purpose because they themselves don't get it, and when they don't get it, they'll just deliberately just do the worst possible decision that they can with the person just to prove themselves that they were right and the wrestler was wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
They move goalposts in certain ways just to fit the narrative that they see fit.
Our next topic. Ooh, I saw that one. I'm gonna pick it.
Go ahead, take it.
WrestleMania 37.
I gotta get the rain filter. I gotta get my rain jacket on. I gotta have the plastic hood.
That fucking rain delay was the best thing to ever happen to WrestleMania. I'm sorry, the fact that they had Drew McIntyre, let's go out there and do it, yeah, fucking screaming into the mic. You had Shane McMahon cutting the most awkward promo ever. It was.
You joke, but that was also one of the most rawest things you ever see out of a WWE production. Okay, we got to put a fucking camera against Kevin Owens for 3 minutes. Go. And it was like a chicken without its head just running around in place.
Well, Kevin Owens, he's like, okay, hey everyone, let's do this. But I don't know, what was it with Shane McMahon, who was he just completely walked off screen at a certain point and just totally they're like, oh, okay, well, let's go to Drew McIntyre.
It was WWE at its realest. Absolutely. I loved it. I love it when I love chaos. Because in a company that's as controlled as ever with WWE, when chaos happens, that's when they're at their finest.
And this was it their return to fans? WWE's?
Yeah. I think it was, yeah.
Yes, it was WWE's return to fans. So it was one of the shows that even though it wasn't that great of a show, like, you saw good matches like Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks.
I'll say
It
this for the
pretty
like
good.
Oh, that's
as
right.
when that show was happening, I was well in the midst of my vaccination haze.
Mm.
I got the vaccine, and then like I was just in the most fucking like feverish, debilitated state that I could possibly be as the fucking rainfall, as that chaos was happening. I'm just like, yeah, no, WrestleMania, it's a fucking fever dream. But yeah, but yeah, as that was happening, like, and then I kind of just recovered. I kind of recovered off from that the second I took a Tylenol, and Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair. You can't deny it. You can't deny that main event, that moment. As cynical as you want to be with, oh, they just want to pat themselves on the back of this. Like, hey, they did it. It happened, and I can't say I can't say that match was anything to write home about, but
it's
they
the
did
first
it.
time ever. It's the first time ever you can say
It's great. I liked it.
two black women have main evented WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
You can't deny that. You absolutely can't deny that. And you have to give WWE credit for that.
The one thing I do want to point out, another thing I want to point about WrestleMania 37, Jose, is something that a topic that you wanted to be pointed out on the year-end show was Bad Bunny wrestling.
Highlight of the show, right?
Yeah,
It was great. People people love that
good.
shit.
It wasn't horrible.
All my Hispanic friends outside of Jose, which you are among them, was like, hey, what's up with Bad Bunny? Why is he wrestling WrestleMania? And I just told them, oh, you know that he's wrestling WrestleMania? They did their job.
Oh,
You're like,
mission accomplished.
You were like, let me tell you something about wrestling for a second.
Let me tell you about the history of the Canadian Destroyer, buddy.
Back in 1983.
Hey, he did the
Petey
work.
Williams did it for years.
He did the work. But
He did,
Bad
and
Bunny
he looked
did
good
the
in the
work.
ring.
And hey, props to John. Hey, props to Johnny Nitro, John Morrison, who is no longer with the company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Take this bump for Bad Bunny, you'll get fired. Who Miz and Damian Priest are both part of the company.
Was it John Morrison that took the Destroyer? It had to be.
I believe so.
It had to be.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he wasn't.
And the second night, you had Randy Orton defeating The Fiend when Alexa Bliss was barfing up black goo.
Before that, she looked real cool. She looked real cool with that.
She did
that
with
look.
the crown.
It was a WrestleMania look, of course, but
the crown of thorns. Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler defeated Natalya and Tamina.
Which Tamina Snuka was, for some reason, the most over person in that entire match.
Wow.
Fucking the entire night of the second night, man.
Crazy.
God, it was 2 nights.
It's not that. Okay, let's just go straight to the main event.
Asuka, hold on. Asuka losing her title. Asuka, who we haven't seen.
They're burying Asuka.
They're burying Asuka.
She's still injured. She's probably
she's rocking a sling, right?
She's
fucking
superimposing her face over Simpsons memes.
Good for her. Good for her.
And the main event, Roman Reigns, with Jey Uso and Paul Heyman defeating Edge and Daniel Bryan in the main event. Daniel Bryan, not Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson in a fucking WrestleMania main event.
Michael, it's Daniel Bryan.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, but
the callback from earlier in the show.
Think about that. Like when people are doing debates for Wrestler of the Year, think about that. Motherfucker main evented WrestleMania and still went to AEW. Did you see that interview? Did you hear that interview where like Bryan Danielson, he just said like, yeah, as soon as before I got out there for the main event of WrestleMania, I just felt dead inside. I had to check my pulse. Like, oh shit. Oh, he's like, shit.
Yep, it's still beating. That's weird. Huh. What's going on? Well, I mean, he is one guy that challenged for both the Universal title and the AEW title within 1 year.
Awesome.
So,
you know what? WrestleMania 2021 gives me vibes of.
What's
that? Was it a Super Brawl that we reviewed in a retro review? It's a WCW event where they had all the old school gang come through.
God, what? It was Super Brawl.
Super
Brawl 93. No, Slamboree 93.
Yeah,
which had the fucking destroyer who couldn't fit into his mask.
Oh wow.
You know the vibe where Some of
Those
the
are
old school
Dave
wrestlers.
Meltzer's. Those are Dave Meltzer's words, not mine.
What didn't fucking Sting wrestle Nails?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he
And
did.
it was a last minute
Like
replacement.
and like
So bad.
and like did he still dressed up as like he was the prisoner, right?
Yeah, he
Yes.
wore full orange jumpsuit.
They had no shame.
Well, until they told him, okay, the boss man can't be the cop guy. He's got to be Ray Trailer.
Wasn't Steve Austin in that show?
He may have been. I don't remember.
Yeah, he was the Hollywood Blondes, right? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Under the mask.
Yeah.
They had
Right,
like a tag. Yeah.
No. They did a tag title match.
93.
Yeah.
Like,
Remember
that
those
Bill
dudes
Watts
wore,
era WCW.
Oh, it was
interesting.
great, but awesome.
They had Sting wrestle Nails in that show.
Yeah. He was a last minute replacement.
All right. Our next topic for the finish is IWGP Championship cursed. Huh?
More like New Japan cursed, all right? 2021
Is New Japan cursed?
Absolutely. Nobody's fucking talking about January 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. All right.
The 10 nights of the Tokyo Dome.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, man.
Dude, and then like when I hear I hear bits and pieces, okay, as the New Japan expert, according to Korey, I have just seen zero fucking buzz for this for the dome shows at all. Shibata coming back from wrestling in a grapple match, like, to me, like, I consider Katsuyori Shibata like right up there in terms of like my favorite wrestlers of all time, and for him to come back and for me not to give a shit about it, just to me, like, I thought it just reeked of desperation when I heard that he was just, because like
they were like, can you go? He was like,
get out there, Shibata, we need you.
I don't know, can I? They're like,
then like,
yeah.
And the House of Torture, the Dick Togo match is like, from what I've read, it seems really fucking dire.
Wait, Dick Togo's in a match?
No, it's just like Dick Togo's, like, there has been news about Dick Togo's influence being like even bigger for the New Japan booking, which results in like you yawning and having a bunch of DQ finishes and fucked finishes. Like, imagine like the worst Bullet Club matches and alongside the worst type of finish. That's kind of what's going on with House of Torture right now. It's just not New Japan's year, you know? It hasn't been, and it probably won't be for the foreseeable future. And
the reason why I say the IWGP title curse is because it's like everyone they put it on this year has either gotten hurt or it's like, I don't know,
gotten hurt or in a place where they just don't want to fucking do it.
Like Ospreay won the title, and then you know he had COVID, right? I can't say for sure, but
I think so.
No, he just straight up just took a mental break.
What?
Yeah, and so then Shingo became champion after defeating Okada. So then it's like, and then Okada started carrying around the original IWGP title. He's still carrying around. I don't know why.
I prefer that title, by the way.
It's like his Money in the Bank. Well, he said he's gonna. What didn't he say? Once he wins the actual IWGP title, he'll give the original one to Antonio Inoki as a gift.
Fuck if I know.
Give the fucking new one. Give the Cody Rhodes title to Antonio Inoki. Let him fucking put that in his mantle.
I was hoping like when Okada was doing that, like, here, I'm gonna win, take the title off Shingo, and just throw that title in a fucking bin. Here's the real IWGP, which is true. I consider that the real fucking title.
All right. I think we should pick a few more, and then we should. I'm out of alcohol. Okay. I should have planned for this better. Okay.
Can I do a pick then? Can I do a pick?
Yeah. Go for it. Michael's. Michael's.
It's been really just. It's just been fresh on my mind lately. 2021. You know, we could bury the dude as much as we possibly can. And I know it's kind of, in a more or less, he's been kind of through a lot lately. Triple H. You know, Triple H. This is probably his most humbling year. This is probably one of the most humbling years he will probably ever face in his entire life.
Since the curtain call, I think.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
if you think about to the level of how he felt it, I mean, the guy he suffered a heart attack this year, didn't he?
They called it
it was a
they called
event.
it a cardiac event. I think that's just WWE speak and trying to downplay with a heart attack, basically. And you know, with what NXT has just been kind of going through, what they've like pretty much doing the undoing of 6 or 7 years worth of his work. Like, yeah, no, I would probably get a heart attack too experiencing that. You know, like think about this. Like Triple H, he was more or less the heir apparent for WWE. Do you agree with that?
No,
It wasn't Shane. Yeah.
It was definitely not Shane. And like for him, and like
well, now it's Nick Khan.
The vote of no confidence to this man happening in a span of a matter of months. You know, like Vince just completely losing faith on the guy. You know,
and the cardiac event came first, right?
I don't know, man.
And
like I don't know.
I don't. 2.0 happened.
They told him he was gonna. They told him he was gonna.
Let's take the cardiac event out of it. Let's just acknowledge the fact that this man has been through a lot. We don't want to just like straight up just like eat shit, Triple H.
Oh no! I love Triple H. I think
I'm-
he's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Okay, that's a bit of a stretch, Corey, but like I'm just trying to
One
be
of my favorite wrestlers of
cordial.
all time. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Okay, all right, that's your opinion, Corey.
It is, and I am there to have it.
I'm just trying to be a little bit more civil in regards, like, but like to objectively speak, this man was pushed out of this company, and it's kind of amazing that he's still in it right now, like 2022. What is Triple H's role in WWE in 2022?
Oh, to be determined.
0.
Absolute 0. He's going to just straight up not be associated with that company.
Not even an agent.
Do you think he'll revive ROH as most people?
That's honestly what I think he should do. That would be the greatest thing ever. And honestly,
he won't go to AEW. Do you think he has too much pride to go to AEW?
Oh no, he's not going to AEW.
Because then he's going to be talent. He's not going to be.
Hold on a second.
EVP.
Keep going.
AEW. No, I think he's not there to be talent. You know what I mean? Just like Jose was just saying. And I think
I do think he would be a compelling character in AEW. There would be a little like no, I'm not advocating for him to go to AEW and be a character on a fucking Dynamite, but I'm morbidly curious the dynamic of
okay, hold on.
Morbidly.
If Triple H shows up to AEW, would Vince let him have the Triple H name?
No, but then people
I think yes.
No, but people
get it.
But people would just the second his face comes on screen, like people would just like flip their shit. It doesn't matter whose name it is. Everybody knows his real name is Paul Levesque. They'll just call Terra Rising is all elite. No.
Well, no, I honestly think that
he ain't gonna be I think he has too much pride to go to AEW.
No, you're right. I agree with that. I think there is a chance he could buy Ring of Honor.
I don't think he'll buy Ring of Honor. I think he'll
honestly, what if for WWE, what would be the best possible situation for your son-in-law to buy a wrestling company that has been somewhat your competition?
To splinter the competition more.
Yeah, exactly. So let him have the company. Let him do what he wants to do. It's not the main roster. It's not anything like that. But hey, you can have a deal with them now to show Jay Lethal matches,
But Jay Lethal signed with AEW, so that doesn't matter.
The library, the video library.
Yeah.
I just think no, but then okay, yeah. As much as we're like kind of spitballing here, let's kind of just reflect Triple H's ever diminishing role within WWE, and it's just fascinating to watch because this is a guy who just straight up got everything he ever wanted until push came to shove. Which in the form of AEW, when they realize like, oh shit, he's not getting it done. This is more or less, and the fact that the number one pushed star of this new NXT is fucking Scott Steiner's nephew, a guy that Triple H has buried twofold. like there's a magic karma to this.
Bronson Reed's like in the corner, like, God, what going on over here?
Julie Hart
Aw.
prophesized this 100%.
Oh, she did.
Someday
Yeah.
God's gonna come back. Hunter, I'm just gonna say you can have your beers and you can laugh. Bret Hart,
Wait, Julie
Bret
Hart.
Hart's wife, Julie Hart.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was thinking Julia Hart for a
Someday
second.
God's gonna come and it's gonna strike you down.
I wasn't there.
Julie Hart.
I wasn't drinking beers.
All
Yeah,
right.
and you know what's somewhat ironic is that Shawn Michaels is actually catching some of that Triple H shrapnel.
He is the guy. He is
Triple
the
H used to
face.
catch from him.
He's that
back in
guy
the day.
now. Triple H. I mean, Shawn Michaels is the guy that people just interview in regards to NXT 2.0, and he says, "I know, listen, I know change is hard, and I
It's
know people
tone.
just want to complain, and I don't know, I miss
You
Johnny
know,
Gargano.
I don't know.
I
was a
miss
cool
Johnny
guy.
Gargano. I miss Kyle O'Reilly. Listen, I don't know."
Waka waka.
That's Triple H after the curtain call. He was told
Yeah,
company line.
yeah.
Damn, now I gotta pick up the pieces and keep my shit straight.
All
But
right.
it's
Keep my head down
to
and
me,
walk.
2021 is year of like the fall, and I say that I know it's the fall of Triple H, really.
It was
and it's
unnecessary too.
the most humbling year that man will probably ever have since 1996.
Oh, okay.
So
That's my pick.
As speaking of Triple H, the next pick of the 2021 finish is Cody Rhodes not turning heel. I dropped it, so it fell on the floor. But Cody Rhodes not turning heel.
I think it's just a matter of how self-aware AEW is. You know, they know what they're dealing with, what a situation they got themselves into, and they're just walking a very fine line, and like the fact that like Cody Rhodes, he won that TNT title. Like, I think they're trying to, with him beating Sammy Guevara, I think they're trying to make Sammy Guevara a stronger character out of that.
You think so?
Through that loss
Feels like
against
it,
Cody
yeah.
Rhodes, it kind of does feel like it because
Well,
he's holding
like cards this week, so I don't know.
Sammy Guevara winning that title against Miro, like, yeah, no, good for Sammy, I guess. Now for him to win it back against Cody, who's been booed vociferously, like, I feel like him winning a title to bigger heat is what they're trying to accomplish.
I think more of what I was trying to get at is more of Cody being the more self-aware heel than he is being this, oh, I'm going to turn heel. Oh, F the fans. Because he
think
is the heel that knows himself and he thinks he's doing good.
Well,
it's both him and Brandy.
And like, and to be completely fair to Cody and that whole Nightmare family thing, is that they want to be good. Like, the reason why Cody hasn't properly turned heel is because he is the face of the charity events, the community outreach. He literally changed his Twitter name to AEW Community Outreach.
Did he really? No, he didn't.
Wow.
Really?
Let's look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
On Twitter.
I mean, I believe you, but that's just crazy. Like,
Just to make it absolutely clear, he's not turning heel. Because
dude, he is a heel.
No, he is a heel right now.
He is a
but
heel.
He's right now.
He's absolutely like, but they're, to me, I think they're just playing with it. They're just playing with it.
You're right. AEW. No, because his name is AEW Community Outreach. He thinks he's the best guy. He thinks he's doing all the right things.
No, he's virtue signaling 100%. He is absolutely the virtue signal heel.
He's the what's that fucking guy's name in NXT? The guy who's like inclusive.
Joe Gacy.
He's the Joe Gacy of AEW.
But then in Cody's case, it's kind of a
But
shoot.
it actually works.
But in Cody's case, it's actually a shoot because that's probably his position in the company.
Because you know one thing I want Cody to do? Just fucking make that logo black and gray. That's all you gotta do. The American Nightmare logo.
Yeah.
Like, I would have bought a jacket. I would have bought a hoodie.
I would have
ago.
bought a jet. I mean, hey, make sure you don't get a shirt. Hear about that whole? Do you want to make this another Michael's pick?
Let's talk
The
about
pro
it. Because
wrestling-
I got a letter in the mail.
Yeah, the pro wrestling tees hack. What did you? I personally
got a
never
letter
bought
in
it.
that.
I never
Okay,
personally bought anything from
here's
pro
this.
wrestling tees. How did it affect you?
So okay, here's how it affected me. I got a letter in the mail about a week ago. week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe. And I didn't think anything of it, but a couple weeks prior, I had a situation where somebody tried to scam me on the phone. So I don't know if it was.
That's everybody. That's everyone in San Francisco.
No. This one was a little bit more like they knew my name. Yeah, they knew my name. They knew where I lived. They said like things like, "Oh, your call is being recorded. They're trying to transfer $3,500. Do you know this person? No. Okay, we're going to stop this."
Ooh.
And it tricked me. It tricked me for a second. For about a good 20 minutes, I was like, "Okay, let's figure this out. Let's."
And then you just hung up on him.
Eventually, at a certain point, they were like, I got a code sent to me, and they were like, "Please read me the code." And the code was like, "Do not give this code to anybody!" ! And I was like, "This code says not to give it to you." And they were like, No, you're supposed to give it to us, but it says not to. Click, and then they hung up after 20 minutes. And I was like,
God.
"Oh,
wow!"
I was at work too.
PWTs.
Oh yeah, so PWTs, Pro Wrestling Tees, was suffered a hack, and I don't know if that had anything to do with that, but I've ordered through Pro Wrestling Tees a few times.
You had a fucking crate delivered to you monthly, right?
Monthly, yeah. So, and I've had a few things where it said my name's come up on, oh, your name has been
came up on the sexual predators list of 20. I know, I'm just kidding.
Yikes!
All right, let's pick two more because I think we're starting to hit the wall, right? Jose?
No, that's the wall, brother.
I hit the wall like 3 subjects ago.
No. I'm just trying to get okay, let's read. We're an hour 37 here on this recording.
My thing stopped recording, so I have to get the audio from the YouTube. So
it's
all you, Michael.
So I got an hour 38. So I want to get this to 2.
Let's say 3 more.
I want to get this to 2 hours.
Okay, 3 more topics.
Or 2.5. I want a 2.5. Come on. It's 2020. It's been a while. This is more.
I know. I just don't have any more alcohol.
I love you guys.
Yeah, we might have
here's a
pause because I got a refill too.
Oh, yeah, no, you could pause. I mean, you could get a refill right now, Jose. I've been drinking consistently. I'm actually.
Right, well then, if I can we take a break there real quick?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, an hour 38. Let's go. Take a break. Oh, dude, I'm digging the Marvel Legends right behind you, Jose.
What happened?
I'm digging the Marvel Legends right behind you. That's that's Toy Biz era. That's the one where they had like a fucking comic book like for every figure. Wait, what is that? What's the Toy Biz one in the middle?
Curio.
That's Stephen Strange himself. Hold on, let me whip out my most recent Marvel Legend.
Oh God.
This motherfucker right here. $27 on Amazon.
What is it?
Who do you think it is?
Cable.
Okay. Let me show you my recent find.
It's Caval.
I don't have rare Marvel Legends.
Just found this guy the other day.
Oh, what if?
Mm-hmm. The good doctor.
Oh shit! Michael. Steven himself.
That's the bad guy, Steven, though, right?
Yeah. All right. Okay. 1 hour 43.
They had a ton of zombie Steves.
All right. We're about to get our next topic. Ooh, shots.
Shot.
I'm gonna fucking throw up off this. I already know it.
Do it on there. I have a couple shots in here. Ugh, you need a lime, dog.
No, it's fine.
You drinking the Terramana?
I'm okay.
Drinking the Terramana?
You probably
should have gotten a chaser.
It's fine.
Okay. No, if you're fine, you're fine. You're absolutely fine.
I'm fine. Ooh. I don't think I can do many more of those, though.
Oh, yeah, no. Pace yourself, sir.
Don't you have a juice or a soda somewhere? Mix it.
I mean, I do, but...
You'll be fine. Next topic. Focus now.
Dry your eyes and let's go.
Sorry, next topic. Sorry, it's like 5-year-old bourbon.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. The 2021 finish, ladies and gentlemen.
that'll finish you.
I'll do 0 editing. I'm just gonna like straight up just post this as it is, by the way.
Nice.
Like whatever OBS spits out at me, this is gonna be what it is.
That was
Okay,
probably
Aaron.
that mistake. I need to take another second. Just
Let's
step
do some
away for a
water.
second. I'll be right back.
Water.
I'm not gonna throw up. I swear to God.
Well, I'll wait till he leaves the room.
Oh God.
He's totally throwing it. 100%. He's throwing up. He's throwing up. Jose. Jose.
Yes, sir. What's up?
How's it going?
So
How's it going?
That's Sam Wilson as Cap,
Sweet.
and that's Peter Benjamin Parker.
Nice. Hold on, let me show you another toy.
Let's do it.
Peter Benjamin Parker. It's the fucking Spider-Verse version of this motherfucker.
All right.
This mother.
Nice.
Well, I got a Karashita somewhere.
All right, you okay, Corey? I'm not editing any of this out, by the way.
Cool. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
The next pick. Oh, mystery pick.
Spider-Verse. What do you think?
I don't like
Good.
that one.
The movie's good. Okay.
Fucking No Way Home wasn't that good.
What?
Do you think we've talked about all the the NXT wrestlers going to All Elite? You want to talk more?
I mean, Adam Cole. Boom.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle
Fish.
O'Reilly. Bobby Fish. Malachi Black. Andrade El Idolo. Like it's
Idolo.
it's very much you know what that is. It is what it is.
It's NXT 2019, right?
Yeah. Gargano soon to be Gargano.
Mhm.
Crazy. Again.
We need Ring of Honor to get bought up by Triple H so we can have a home for some of these guys.
Our next topic on the 2021. I'm kidding.
Bourbon, to drink it or not to drink?
I'm not gonna drink any more of that. Definitely.
Oh, good.
I've sworn off dark liquor a long time ago. I don't know why, but I was like, that's all I had. So Ric Flair. He's the next topic.
Speaking of like getting yourself absolutely shit faced and drunk and doing things you'll regret for the rest of your life. Ric Flair. You know,
He's still making money, surprisingly enough.
you know, you got to do what you got to do. It's
Oh well, hold on. There's a podcast playing behind me.
Oh God, it's the TGI Fight Day.
That's with me,
That's
in,
me.
in a tank top.
It's so meta. It's so
I
meta.
don't know how to do that.
Turn off your television. Oh,
Look
no.
at you, Michael. Look at you.
Oh goodness, I got the Arguello Street Market hat on because my hair was terrible.
Shit too.
Yeah.
That was your tank top. Oh God.
Everybody had the fans on. Turn on the fans. It's fucking hot.
Anyway, Ric Flair, what like that was this was
So this year,
Ric Flair's stock has gone considerably low. Yeah, it went real low.
it went shit.
And he was making a resurgence too. He was getting he was booking a whole bunch of commercials.
There was gonna be like
showing up on TV.
There was gonna be straight up like, hey, Ric Flair, AEW, ha, and then
there was gonna be like a Horseman reunion, right?
Yeah, now Tully and Arn are like, we're gonna fight.
That's it. Like that's
now
really
he's
it.
He's cursing those Canadian filmmakers.
That's pretty much it.
Well, you know what? Okay, so this year, Vice aired the documentary "Plane Ride from Hell." I don't know if you guys heard of this, but Ric Flair allegedly.
Come on, we're hearing this from the person who got this happened upon.
Okay, but
directly.
we're also saying this. We are also saying this as people putting it out there. It's alleged. Like we technically, like, if you want to DM,
we gotta
me
believe him. We gotta believe him.
I give every, like, I will always believe personally. I will always personally believe the person accusing someone than I am a person being accused. Straight up. But for the podcast, I'm just saying, allegedly.
I mean, Heidi Doyle, her story seems pretty authentic.
Yeah, we did a full review of that airplane incident
Right
on
before,
our SummerSlam,
was it SummerSlam?
or right
It's been
after,
a long
or
time. It's been,
after
probably.
Mania?
No, there was a retro review we did around 2001. It was one of them. You'll see the little link in the corner when I'm eventually not drunk and I put it up there.
Yeah, Ric Flair, he was gonna be he most intents and purposes probably gonna end up in AEW. That the fucking documentary happened, and then that's it. That's really it.
Commercial.
That's really it.
Commercials dried up. Loan shark commercials dried up.
Although I did see it like they were like right when it started happening, they like couldn't pull it fast enough.
Yeah,
it was like on
like,
WWE.
Oh, shit.
WWE
Shit.
like, sorry.
All right, next topic.
All right. Okay.
And now he has a podcast. What the fuck?
Wait, Ric Flair has a podcast.
He been.
Oh, before this?
Anybody can start a podcast.
Yeah. Let me look at me.
Not just oh.
Let's go, Korey. Woo!
Round and round.
Shake it
we
off.
shall turn. The wheel of morality you shall learn.
Oh God.
I never heard
I
of
like
that before.
You can
Oh no, you've already had a pick. You don't get another pick. You had Michael.
It was Michael's pick. Yeah, my pick was
Karrion Cross.
Oh,
in roster.
Harrion Cross.
Yeah,
More like it.
that was weird.
First off, Karrion Cross on the main roster.
Disaster. I mean, it was a fucking failure. It was a failure on all fronts.
It was a clusterfuck. They didn't know what to do with him.
They didn't.
Absolutely.
Loses to Jeff Hardy in their first match. He kind of knew that he was gonna get fucking released the second that happened, and that was pretty much it. Like that dude was a fucking spoke on the wheel. The wheel's gonna keep turning.
Well, it is also weird now that after he got released, he has a full head of hair.
It was for a movie. He's doing the Bray Wyatt mark. He's doing it for he's taking Hollywood.
Wait. He's gonna be in the same movie as Bray Wyatt?
No, shut up.
I thought we were gonna get some fucking like
scoop
revelation.
What was that movie with Hulk and he was like from space?
Suburban Commando. The one with Undertaker.
Greatest movie ever.
The voice of Undertaker was a small child, and then Hulk
it was
Hogan
better.
said,
It was better than No Way Out, or better than No Way Home.
So is Suburban Commando the one?
It was better than No Way Out. Yes,
that's the one with Christopher Lee, right? No, Christopher.
Mortal Kombat.
No, not Christopher.
Lloyd.
Chris Lloyd.
Yeah.
He was frozen today.
Doc Brown, right? Oh, he has the same voice as Vince McMahon. Oh, great Scots.
Yeah, Karrion Cross. That's yeah. What more can I say? I was never really. You can listen to B shows of me just thinking Karrion Cross's entrance was awesome.
You can. We should listen to more future B shows.
Gladiator Karrion was hilarious.
Oh, here we go.
That dude went to the ringer. What is it, Korey?
Egg. It's an egg.
Okay, can we just talk about
WWE's the fucking golden egg?
Yeah, no. Okay, we could just put this in a grander topic, which is the visual and physical and verbal decline of Vince McMahon on television.
Beef jerky.
This dude, we are witnessing the actual decline of Vince McMahon on television. The microphones can never pick up what the fuck this man is saying right now. It's just the saddest thing in the world because like you look at footage of this man from 20 years ago, the most gifable man ever fucking created. The most fucking vibrant individual you will ever see and the reason why it's vibrant because that's what the fuck he is. And then for us to witness this sad display of somebody who's just clearly just declining in every department you could possibly imagine.
Yeah,
it's just terrible.
We should totally do a Attitude Era review with Vince is playing the major role.
No, there should be a clip.
My dad was watching and like it caught me watching an episode of Raw, which in all intents and purposes, I'd rather him catch me watching porn than Raw.
I was watching porn, Dad. I was watching porn.
I would rather have my dad catch me watching porn than Raw. He was watching it, and then Vince McMahon was on the screen, and he just straight up said, "This dude is still alive." That is the number one thing, and it's like, and I just told him barely. Fucking barely. Which
no, Stephanie
again,
and
you never want to
him up like Weekend at Bernie's.
Again,
no, true.
You never want to aim down, but it's Vince McMahon. It's Vince McMahon. He'll take it. He could take it.
Well,
but yeah, the egg. That's all I can say about the egg. That's all I can say about the egg is like that is the evocative indication of the visual decline.
Rock bailed on them, right? Rock bailed on them. That's what had to have happened.
Oh
Rock
yeah.
Bailed them.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean. Rock says, you know what, Vince, I can't make it. I have prior engagement.
It is just so weird. It is so weird to have those segments with somebody like an Austin Theory, this young guy who with no shirt on,
who was like fucking texting 13-year-old kids allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And I just feel like, hey, this is for the first time in 20 years you finally get an Austin and Vince segment on Monday Night Raw.
I guess, right? It's probably the only reason why you chose them. All right, next topic. Oh, Jose, I think you could talk a little bit to this one. You probably watched this a little bit more than we did.
This is you, Jose.
Young Rock.
Yeah, dude,
floor is yours.
The whole family loves that show, dude. It's well written. It doesn't talk down to wrestling fans, if you know what I mean. It's a very relatable show. My wife loves it. The kids love it.
Will there be another season?
I look forward to it. Yeah, they got.
I think there is. Yeah. It's the fucking Rock, dude. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. Of course they take liberties when they're doing sitcoms and stuff like this, but like showing just a small glimpse of his relationships when he was a kid with like Andre the Giant, Iron Sheik, Macho Man, seeing these characters come back to life, even though, Sheiky Baby's still with us. But, seeing these characters come back to life by some actors that are portraying these dudes really well. It's fun, nostalgic. So, maybe that's why I'm digging it so much because of nostalgia. But
did they cover the story about young Rock preventing his mother from being run over by a car in a highway?
Reindeer?
No.
Okay, yeah. So I anticipate that episode. It's quite a story.
Yeah, they do touch on the story about him buying his first car.
Yeah,
and some
he bought it from a crackhead, right?
Yeah, and the crackhead was like sleeping in it.
So like my exposure to Young Rock is the Dave Meltzer recaps of him watching those shows on whether or not like the stories on that show is real. And like and Meltzer would just say like straight up like they're going into shit that like not a lot of people know about and like on a national level, and that is the value of Young Rock. Like this family goes places. Like the family and their contributions to wrestling in general, shit kind of goes places. And it's like it's The Rock. Like he's somebody that like you could totally see completely abandoning wrestling business as his own, but like no, this dude wears that business on his sleeve because that's the backbone of his entire family, and it's cool to see. It's cool to see somebody as famous as Rock to still dedicate an entire national television show to that lineage. He shows a lot of pride into that.
Yeah, and another great idea that they have, and I'm sure it came from maybe some of his more creative people on his team. Maybe it came from him, but the idea of having The Rock be 3 different ages. So when he was an adolescent, a teenager, and a college.
It's like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, but every week you get a different age or story at a different age. Sometimes you get a combined story, and sometimes for a Christmas special you get the old Ebenezer Scrooge tale.
Yeah, I heard about that. Isn't he like Tiny Tim in that one? Dwayne Johnson?
He's the Dwayne The Rock Johnson as we know him today. Or no, he's running for president. So this is like the year 2025 or something like that, right?
24.
something. I don't
He's gonna
know.
run for president.
He's starring in a movie where he is Tiny Tim, but it's an action adventure
Okay.
movie, and his crutch is a gun.
Real talk. When Rock runs for president, are you gonna listen to what he actually has to say?
Better
Oh,
than
yeah.
what the fuck is gonna happen in what's actually gonna happen in 2024.
It's probably better than the last fucking two president, like the current and the last president we have. So,
But we digress.
We need someone young, dude.
Absolutely.
young Rock.
I'm running
Young
for president, guys.
Rock.
I'm running for president.
That's money.
Oh, Michael Vergara just threw his hat in the. Well, you know what's funny during the California recall election of Gray Davis back in the day.
I was gonna
when-
say this year.
No, the old one. I tried to convince people to vote for me, but apparently campaigning outside of polling place is illegal. So
Cruz
Our ne-
Bustamante.
all right, I think we should 2 more topics, right?
Yeah, we
Two more.
could. Yeah, we could.
Oh,
All right.
took a sip of coffee. I'm feeling better.
No, not that one. I don't like that one.
Yeah, fuck it.
Did I talk about how Ricochet sucks?
I don't
not
want
his
that.
fault.
Yeah, sure. Talk about Ricochet real quick.
It's not his
Ricochet, it's not his fault, but then it kind of is his fault because like he's still in that company. He should just do a Tony Storm. But then I feel like,
here's the thing: like people are getting paid. Like
absolutely,
like,
absolutely. But then like, okay,
Ricochet's
I'll
like,
say
I don't
this.
care.
I'll say this about Ricochet. Dante Martin exists. We don't need Ricochet.
Yeah, I mean
Dante Martin
Ricochet,
exists.
you heard it, bro. You heard it, bro. If you just want to make money, go to stay in WWE. It's fine. We got Dante Martin. You
We
do
talk
you,
about
baby.
Hook.
Okay, I never even put Hook in here.
Yeah,
What the
that's a
fuck?
fucking
Hook.
crime.
Next topic, Hook. There you go. Hey,
He's the future. He's the future
first
of pro
off,
wrestling.
Jose, we know, Michael. We know what you have to say about Hook. We know what I have to say because I'm just gonna fucking.
You're just gonna
vomit.
agree with me. That's what you're gonna say.
Jose, what do you got? What do you think about Hook?
Dude, I don't know anything about this guy. He's been in the business, in the mainstream
Taz-
business
Taz's
for like
son,
2
look,
weeks. Yeah, he's
His
been here for,
matches
like,
are on
2-3
YouTube.
weeks.
Educate yourself.
I should, but I don't have I don't want to say the energy, but I don't have the want or the need.
He's good. He's his action Bronson is his entrance music.
You know what?
It's just that this roster's so stacked that you just I'm
He's-
getting kind of like this blank is all elite fatigue.
He is honestly though, he looks like he can connect with I don't want to say the younger crowd.
Oh,
'Cause
he's definitely connects with the Zoomers.
I'm a young guy myself.
I'm as the
young,
youngest person
Right.
in this entire podcast. Like he exactly taps that niche. Like I feel like he could be that dude. He could be that Fortnite dude.
he kind of comes out not giving a shit. He has messy hair and he has what Action Bronson, a guy who fucking makes was it spaghetti? What does
Yeah.
he make all the time? Oh, chicken
Right.
parmigiana.
Oh.
Chicken. Yeah, a guy. Apparently I sold some chicken breast to the guy making him some. I don't know.
Anyway, Hook. He's awesome.
Oh,
Look out for him.
Did you guys see the WWE tweet? It was
Then
like
to Veer.
send Veer, like Veer Mahan coming. And Taz was like, "What are you talking about? It got my son Hook right here."
That's Taz about everything ever. Oh, you. Oh, destination. Whoa. So,
Okay.
who's TBS champion right now?
Okay. Jade Cargill.
I say Ruby
This could
Soho.
be
I think it's Ruby Soho.
I say Jade, but there's gonna be a ton of shenanigans happening.
It's gotta be
Jade.
Ruby. It's gotta be Ruby. You need a face champion for that women's division.
Okay. The only reason why I think it should be Ruby is because they got
She's
Britt
awesome.
Baker as the WWE or as the
Oh, yeah,
AEW
yeah.
champion.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah, you got me.
It should
So I
be
think-
Ruby. I want Ruby because she deserves it. She deserves it.
Jade Cargill looks like a fucking $1 million.
I don't think she's ready.
Looks-
I agree with Meltzer.
You're
I
right.
don't think
You're
she's
right.
ready.
You're right. I don't think she can put on as good of matches as Ruby Soho can. I don't. But I think she has a more marketable look.
I'll say this. I'll say this. I'll say
kind of get away with it a little bit.
I'll say this. Jade Cargill is a shoo-in for TBS champion if Britt Baker wasn't women's champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear
Like you can't because I think the shortcut heel champion that's what Britt Baker's kind of filling that market for Jade Cargill. Like, you watch that fucking match against Thunder Rosa. They had to take shortcuts on that in that regard, despite the fact that they gave them a lot of time. Like, I think Ruby Soho should be that champion for TBS.
Our last of 2 topics before we get into our predictions for 2022.
Oh, predictions. I feel like we've made nothing but predictions in this show.
Should we talk about the barbed wire death match, or have we talked about that already?
It was good.
I think it's been talked about enough.
Yeah.
Next topic on the.
I liked it. People make too much out of it. I liked it. It was cool.
Talk about that.
Again, I'm seriously.
Oh, Becky Lynch's return to being a heel and taking out Bianca Belair.
Yeah, that was a trip. That was crazy. That was
not the decision that I would make.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but I seen it coming a mile away. Once she entered, I was like, "Yep, done deal. Wrap it up."
Weird. It was weird because it's like Bianca was.
It should have been a match.
It should have been, yeah.
It should have been a match. If you were if you were going in this direction, it should have been a match.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I understand the booking because I understand who is behind the WWE.
Well,
no, I can kind of in a sick way, I can understand the decision to turn Becky Lynch heel because of the landscape of that very division, and I think that division would benefit from a Becky Lynch heel turn. But Becky Lynch she's not that person.
Well, and you got to remember though too, they tried to turn her heel to begin with, but she went over as a babyface without wanting to.
And they're clearly going with a Conor McGregor direction with like, oh, we're gonna make her heel, but we're gonna make her like eccentric, flashy, and make people behind her because hey, listen, Irish people, right? Waka waka.
Hey. Have you seen Conor McGregor show up to press conferences now?
You see him try to snatch
massive.
There was a guy who tried to like take a picture of him.
He looks pretty big.
He snatch his phone. Before I get into my last topic, I just think this topic needs to be talked about.
No, this isn't the last topic.
No, if you listen to me, I said before the last topic is this topic.
I can't read that.
Tiny paper.
CM Punk.
Yeah. Oh, CM Punk.
I think it needs to be talked. It needs to be talked about.
He needs to be talked about. He's back in the wrestling fold. What else can I say? He's back. You know, the first dance. You know,
go on.
No, go ahead.
What would you have liked more though? Like a complete surprise, or them building it up the way they did? Because I feel like the way they did,
I feel like that was a complete surprise. They never really never explicitly said it.
Wasn't?
No,
they built
never.
It in Chicago. They fucking went live. They did everything to say that CM Punk wasn't gonna.
Hey, listen. I'll take back saying it was a surprise. It wasn't implied. It was very implied.
Very implied. Yeah.
Incredibly implied.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he came out, it was kind of like, you know, like,
climactic.
Oh, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we knew he was coming. Thanks. I don't know. I mean,
the
personally,
balls on Tony Khan to just straight up not advertise CM Punk, but to have that promo from Darby Allin, just to straight up just say that shit and to
Best
like
in the world.
and just straight up just stack everything against them like in that sort of way. Like, yeah, it's that has to be the most significant show of the year, right? The first dance.
I totally think they were trying to keep it secret, but word got out. So they were like, okay, well, let's play on that.
Clearly word got out. Sean Ross Sapp reported it.
Yeah, so I'm saying they played on that and they banked on it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Darby Allin has something to say.
Like, do you guys? Okay, now that we're kind of removed from it, the whole Punk and Bryan, the dream signings for AEW. Now that they're here, what else? That's kind of what me going into 2022 is now.
Well, first off, Daniel Bryan, he is
Bryan
fucking
Danielson.
Whatever, man. Like, you know,
that's his God-given name.
What is his God-given? Is that his
Bryan
actual
Danielson?
Okay, fine. Bryan Danielson, he's killing it. He's looking like $1 million in every
Some
single
might
match
say he's the wrestler of the year.
CM Punk However, I used to be a huge CM Punk fan.
Oh,
and
now
this
you're not.
year,
Now you're not. He's
he's
not
just kind
impressing
of
you.
like
He's not impressing you.
he's just kind of like doing this like farewell tour. Like, hey, I
It's not a
retired.
farewell
It's
tour.
fine
It's
with
a
me.
more.
Sorry. Comeback tour.
Yeah.
Comeback tour.
Okay,
More of a comeback.
he's CM Punk is the best dude you got on the microphone there, other than like MJF or Jericho, right? Daniel Bryan,
Yes,
Bryan
I would
Danielson
say that. I would say
is
that.
one of your better performers. So you have these two guys that together make your Hulk Hogan, your John Cena's, your I don't know. These two guys together are your draw. They are
Yeah.
your dudes.
But like, okay, to interrupt you for a second, you look at the ratings for AEW. They have been significantly higher without them than with them.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, but then also the fall is not exactly the most, well, might I say, charitable season for wrestling ratings because of stuff.
Yeah, no, and you also have this this juggle where AEW Dynamite isn't always on Wednesdays at 8. Now it's on at 5. Then
It's
on
going to be
Thur-
on back at 8. Next
Rampage.
come
On
TBS.
TBS.
Yeah,
TBS.
Rampage is on Fridays and it's on Saturdays.
Wait,
and it's on
sorry to interrupt you again. Sorry,
yeah,
Jose,
yeah,
but
it's all good, all good.
opinions on Dynamite on 5 at 5.
I love it.
I fucking love it.
I love it. I like it.
It's
I like
amazing.
it. It's great because I've had Wednesdays off for the past few weeks.
Yeah, it's the greatest, and I'm like,
that on at
fuck.
5:00.
I
Watch a
want
movie at 8.
I want AEW to succeed, and I know like it's not a good optics wise. It's not the greatest look for them to have these ratings when the West Coast, 25% of the country, have these type of ratings. They could do so much better if it's on at 8. And I'm like, dude, no. Like as the best coast, I am all for it.
If they're worried about anything, they can do the old WCW route and play the live feed. At 5,
do it
then
again.
Replay
Do
at
it
8.
again.
Yeah,
Replay
do
it.
the replay at 8.
Do it again.
All right. So I said I was going to pick one last topic, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to do a lightning round.
Oh, let's go.
Before we get into predictions.
Let's go.
So, real quick, what do you guys got to say about Alexa Bliss in 2021?
22 or 21?
2021. We're going to get into predictions after.
Alka-Seltzer tablets.
Jose.
I really dig that dual outfit. She has one outfit she uses on regular shows and a pay-per-view outfit. And when she rips off the skirt in the pay-per-view outfit, awesome entrance.
You like it when she rips off her skirt. Got it.
And gets into some real cool wrestling gear, not because she's getting naked, man. Come on, what kind of man you think I am?
Although I know multiple people that would say.
Next topic.
No, I never said anything. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Come on, Alexa Bliss. I mean, she has all the potential in the world. She's a very nice person.
All the potential. You think that at this point she should reach this potential for how long she's been doing what she's been doing? Come on, the spring chicken ready to go.
She's got some character work to do. Next up, Michael, Zack Ryder, GCW champion.
Hardcore legend.
That's all you got to say. Hardcore legend. Like, what do you think about his title win? Do you think it was like just, or do you think it was great, or like what's up? I mean, I know we don't watch a lot of GCW, but
it is somebody who's completely reinvented their career, like in this year, who just knew the market, like the back of his hand, and just completely reaped the benefits with that knowledge. You know, I'm not the biggest Matt Cardona fan. I'm not even the biggest GCW fan. For him to read, but for him to read that room and to reap all that benefits, more respect to him.
Super 7 have Matt Cardona and what's the other guy? Partner
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins toys.
That's not his name, but that's his WWE name.
That's who he was.
Lee Majors is his name. Lee Majors.
Yes, he's he's the $6 million man.
Jesus Christ.
Jose, GCW.
GCW or Zack Ryder. Okay, I don't buy it, but it's not because of him. It's because WWE fed me Zack Ryder for so long that I don't see him fit that role. I need to see more. I need to, familiarize.
That's kind of
myself
the
with
point,
product.
by the way. That's
But,
kind of the point. The
yeah.
fact that like he is
Is there-
very much the product of that WWE thing, and for him to become GCW champion, that's kind of the anti-establishment kind of thing going on.
Okay.
Yeah,
I get it.
I do agree. I think
I don't
yeah.
buy it.
I think it was great for the moment, but having John Moxley being someone that was super hardcore and
That makes way
fucking
more
total
sense.
badass,
Yeah.
Big ups
beating
to him to draw heat by like relentlessly making out with Chelsea Green.
and fucking loving toys.
Ugh. Gotta let those figures breathe.
You know what's funny? Because I have a container in my kitchen full of all AEW figures.
Nice.
Okay, next up, Will Ospreay.
I mean, great worker. I mean, the one of the best wrestlers in the world. Kind of an uneventful 2021. For him to just take a back seat for whatever else is going on with 20.
Thought he had
New
COVID.
Japan. I didn't think he had COVID. I thought he just took a mental break. Not much to say about Will Ospreay.
Jose.
Yeah, his matches are really, really cool.
The Shingo Takagi match was classic.
That was this year?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. The world, man. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And I think Will Ospreay is one of those people that, like, I don't know, he's really rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. With the and it was last year, the whole YouTube movement. Who was the wrestler? The Me Too.
Speaking out movement. Speaking out is specific to wrestling.
I've had a few drinks tonight, so thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Speaking out movement, where he held. What was the wrestler he held? He was allegedly.
This is not we are not in the condition to speak like properly
No.
of
I'm
this
just
subject.
saying. I think a lot of people that have rubbed them the wrong way.
He was very much implicit into that, like
very
sort of,
polarized figure.
He protected a lot of people that were very much in the subject of speaking out in very negative ways.
Exactly. So I think a lot of people look at him and they automatically say, "Oh, fuck you, Will Ospreay." And I'll admit, at shows, that plays a part. When I see him live, I've held my middle finger up at him.
He's definitely kind of leaned into that sort of heelish sort of way. Whether or not that like has anything to do with it, it's very much up to the person's interpretation. But he's kind of leading it in there. But yeah, Will Ospreay, I don't know. He was kind of, my hands are up in the air for his 2021. Who knows what the fuck is going to happen for his 2022?
I'll tell you this: if he shows up in AEW, I'm gonna mark out a little bit. Not gonna lie.
No,
you'll get some pretty good matches.
I'll get really good matches. Next up, it's a wedding, but not just any wedding, but an index wedding.
Yeah.
Indy Hartwell and Dexter Loomis getting married on NXT.
That was the final segment.
About that.
That was the final segment for what was
NXT.
No, that was actually the first
1.0?
segment. That was 2.0. No, that was under the 2.0 umbrella.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought that was under the last end.
No,
it wasn't.
No.
Yeah, no.
That,
it wasn't.
That
it
Adam
wasn't
Cole match. That Adam Cole match. The Walter versus Ilya Dragunov takeover. That is the send off of that NXT.
Okay.
It has to be. But then the index wedding, it was well done.
They completely dropped it afterwards.
Yeah.
But the build up, I did enjoy, it was very Impact.
They were
What was the wedding? What was the wedding in 2019 where somebody got shot in Impact?
Oh, I completely
That's
forgot.
something we can talk about when we're drunk.
Someone did get drunk. Someone did get shot.
God. Who was it? What happened? I gotta Google that.
Nonetheless, it's dumb.
Okay, I didn't watch, so you can skip me.
Well, I was gonna skip you anyways, Jose. So there you go.
Thanks.
I'm kidding.
Damn, Cole becomes a douche when he gets drunk.
I am.
No.
I'm like tired drunk now. That's what it is.
Okay, what's the last topic?
Our last topic before we get into predictions for 2022 is the big dog, Mr. Roman Reigns. See, look at that. It says Roman Reigns right there.
Okay. I wouldn't say
great year. Universal fucking champion.
He's been pushed. Okay, listen. You might say he had a great year, but you could also say that he has a pushed year. There's a difference between being great and being pushed.
When has he not been pushed? That's my question.
Exactly, and this is one of these years where he's been pushed.
Again.
He's definitely ran like fucking. He's ran through this roster. Nobody gets over. He's just there, and like they're confused on why nobody else is getting over. Like they're confused why whoever steps up to the plate against Roman is over against Roman, because it's sort of a foregone conclusion that he'll go over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean
Finn was never going to win that title.
Oh God,
never,
Finn,
never,
the
never,
fucking
never.
The demon suffered his first loss in 2021.
Well,
the floppy fish finish.
And not Bobby Fish, right? Am I right? Anyways, it's one of those things like Roman Reigns. He just seems undefeatable.
Oh, unless Braun Breaker is the guy. He wins the Royal Rumble and he'll fucking.
You know what?
Do it.
Now that you mentioned it, Braun Breaker is probably the only guy that can beat Roman Reigns.
He probably will. This is our prediction. Okay, our prediction segment is over.
2025.
Braun Breaker beats Roman Reigns.
In 2025, yeah, sure.
2022. Anyway, yeah, Roman Reigns. Okay, what else is there to say about Roman Reigns? Like he's
Universal fucking champion.
He's their guy. And like when my friend went to SmackDown in San Jose when we were at West Coast, and then my friend was texting me as like SmackDown was going on. He said like, "Dude, Roman Reigns is the motherfucking guy." Like, yeah, of course, because he's the only guy that they give a shit about booking wise. Like to protect. He's the only protected guy.
You're like you're sitting there like, have you heard of Vinny Masario? I mean, come on.
Forget about it.
Anyways.
Yeah,
I think
but
2021.
2022, will Roman drop that title? I'm not saying WrestleMania, I'm saying 2022.
SummerSlam.
Against who?
Brock Lesnar.
You think he's gonna drop it to Brock Lesnar and then they're gonna like switcheroonies?
Yep. No. They're gonna fuck. The Universal title is gonna be in purgatory for the next.
So for me, like
year and a half,
they got to do Braun Breaker. I think
Braun Breaker will win next 2023 WrestleMania.
They got such an easy layer for Braun Breaker, but I get that WWE probably doesn't want to like acknowledge the Steiners that much, but then like
why?
I don't know, because of WWE reasons. But
because Scott Steiner was getting a blowjob in the corner when they were filming. Like, how does they know what I'm talking about?
Okay,
like I'm sorry. Okay,
no. Here's the thing. Here's an easy layup on how to properly like do Braun Breaker. You do like the whole. You ever seen that movie Creed?
Yeah.
So Braun Breaker, he like people are gonna do their like in kayfabe wise, people are gonna do their research. Like we have found out that Braun Breaker is in fact is the son of Rick Steiner and the nephew of Scott Steiner of the Steiner brothers, and like Braun Breaker's gonna say like, the reason why I call myself Braun Breaker is because I wanted to make it out with my own name. I did not want the Steiner name on my thing. So like,
you're fucking right, Braun.
And put on that goddamn Michigan jacket and shut up.
Yes, and that is why, like, and then for him, and then he'll win, and he'll say, "I'm proud to be a Steiner." And
well, here's the thing: is that like Braun Breaker is like he's gonna have to change his first name. There's not gonna be a
Braun is a great name. Bronson, his real name is Bronson Rex Steiner. So like,
then they should change it to Bronson Steiner. Like
I feel like
eventually they already had a guy named Braun on the fucking roster,
just like 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
that's true. And for WWE reasons, they don't want to associate. They don't want that association.
And what if Braun Strowman comes back? Like he's not gonna come back. He's gonna come back, dude.
Then he'll be Buck McGillicuddy.
No, he'll be Braun Strowman again. Like that's the fucking the train.
Oh, dude, I guarantee you he comes back as Strowman.
Yeah, you're right. Actually.
Anyway,
Jose, 2022 predictions.
We're gonna. The Rock is buying WWE.
Okay. Shit. Okay. I like
Jesus.
it.
Let's do it.
No,
Let's go get it.
I think
No.
Disney will buy WWE,
I
but
don't think he
before
can
The Rock
afford
does.
that. I don't think he can afford it.
He just bought his mom a car. Okay. Michael?
Didn't you watch Ballers? This guy has connections with a whole bunch of money people. He can get investors.
Oh, come on, Michael. You don't watch the HBO show Ballers?
Come on, it's just like Young Rock, except it's Rock today.
Come back to me with a prediction, by the way.
You know.
Sorry.
Okay, but
oh fuck. Okay, now it's my turn. I never even thought of a prediction.
Me neither. This is the top of my head.
Well, what do I think's going to happen in wrestling in 2022? Well,
We're gonna have a steady ship of WWE, maintaining this course.
WWE's going to fire more people
Yeah, of course,
for
yeah.
sure.
Hire a whole bunch of young know nothings.
Do I think Triple H is going to buy Ring of Honor? No, I
think
don't.
it's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea, but I don't think he is going to, because I think he's going to.
I don't think he can afford it either.
I don't think Stephanie will give him permission to buy
He
it.
can afford it if he had Stephanie's permission.
I think ROH is worth more than whatever Triple H is getting paid to do.
A bold
He has
prediction.
McMahon money.
I think MJF.
No, but I do think. But then, like, for you to say that Triple H, I don't think Triple H can outright buy it, but he could get investors. He can pool investors to help him buy it.
Yeah, fuck it. Triple H is buying Ring of Honor.
Okay. The Rock is buying WWE. Triple H is buying Ring of Honor.
It's a new landscape. Tony Khan, Rock, Triple H. They're all going to be battling. Antonio Inoki will get stem cells inserted into his body, and he'll be stronger than ever.
I was gonna say, like, my morbid 2022. We're gonna
It'll
have
be a fatal four-way.
No. My morbid 2022. Like, you never wanted to wish death upon anybody. I'm not even gonna say it. I mean, whatever. Vince McMahon. I was gonna say, as I'm watching the Austin Theory segments, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No, dude,
You're
evil
like a
people live to
young
be
man.
1,000.
Okay.
You want to say something else, Michael?
No,
There's some
I will
magic-
say something else.
There's some magic Illuminati springs that they drink out of.
Do you okay? Who? I think Bobby Lashley will win the title again, WWE title. I think Big E's going to lose a day one.
Hey, Korey, get something out of a hat right now, because as I stall time.
My hat's off. Everything's picked.
Really?
Queen's Crown tournament. No, I threw some stuff out. Queen's Crown.
Okay. I think that Kenny Omega will win the Owen.
You think Kenny's going to win the Owen?
Is
Yeah.
he even gonna be back in time?
Yeah, that tournament is in May.
Oh
I
wow,
think
that's-
Dante
that's- I thought it
Martin
was
should win
sooner.
the Owen.
I think it's going to be an established name to win the Owen.
To make it mean something.
I think it needs to be a workhorse, dude. It needs to be like someone.
Jungle
who
Boy?
is
Jungle Boy?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
that's-
Jungle Boy
yeah,
would be a
yeah.
great winner for that.
That was my second choice, but I
I'm
think
down.
but I also think it should be Canadian who should win the Owen.
Yeah.
And that's why Kenny Omega is my pick for the Owen.
Natalia.
I don't know. I don't know her
Don't you
contract
dare.
status. I don't know her contract status.
I'm
Oh,
kidding.
she's a lifer.
That's my prediction. Kenny Omega will win the Owen.
Okay. Who do you think is going to win the Owen, Jose?
Oh, dude, you know what? It's so far ahead.
I'm going
that-
Dante Martin. Dante Martin's my pick to win. Whole thing.
Ugh, okay.
Okay. You should have picked Will Hobbs.
Ah, damn it.
Mm.
Damn it.
Brian Danielson misses out on the heavyweight title.
That
and he goes
motherfucker is
for
a
the tournament.
that motherfucker's a Shawn Michaels mark. You think a Shawn Michaels mark will win the Owen?
Is he really though?
He was
Or-
trained by Shawn Michaels.
Oh, Adam Cole's from Florida. That's like the furthest away from Canada.
yeah.
Never mind.
So I'm saying-
Adam
okay.
Cole's going to win that TNT title.
So like when the Owen
wins it.
when the Owen was like introduced, like I thought and when I thought Kevin Owens was gonna be with AEW, I thought he's gonna be the shoe-in, but okay,
want that.
it's gonna
No,
be Kenny
Kenny
Omega.
Omega's a good guy. I'm just saying my pick because it's different.
What do you-
I'm with
okay,
you.
okay.
Kenny
Wait,
Omega's
who'd you
most
pick?
likely. Kenny Omega's most likely gonna do it.
I'm disappointed. Like I'm disappointed that the
Kenny won for
Owen.
Dante.
I'm disappointed that the Owen is gonna be a traditional like bracket tournament. I thought this was gonna be their G1.
Well,
Has it been announced? Is it already confirmed?
If you look at the graphics,
robin?
there's a clear bracket bracket
So
graphic.
it's not a round robin. Let's everybody fight everybody.
They should though.
Yeah.
Okay, women's. Who do you think
are
is
they doing
winning?
a women's tournament?
Yeah, they do women's too.
Under Rosa. Oh no. Sorry, Serena Deeb.
I'm gonna say Ember Moon.
That's good. I like that.
All right. Tony Storm. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Tony Storm, Ember Moon.
Actually, hold on.
say?
I take it back. Who's Canadian? Who's Canadian? I'll say Ember Moon.
I'm gonna say
Natalia.
dude, you better not. God, the blasphemy that you're kicking to me right now.
We're about 2 hours and 30 minutes, guys.
Okay.
All right.
My final pick, Sheeta, just because that's my girlfriend on the side.
Good. Okay. She doesn't know it yet, but okay. All right, guys.
2021.
Oh yeah, we picked 2022 predictions, right?
Oh wait, that was our prediction.
Will Hobbs wins TNT title.
Okay.
Michael, you got anything you want to add or?
No, I'm completely burnt out now.
Yeah, me too. Jose?
Oh, I can't wait for The Rock to tell
I
Vince
can't
McMahon
wait
to go
for The Rock
fetch his
either.
Pants. Fetch my pants, Vince.
Yeah, get my pants, Vince.
Get
All
these pants.
All right, that needs to be our shirt we get on our Purpose and Peace story.
It's a shirt, but it's a shirt about pants. Great.
Guys,
5, 4,
at City
3,
Wrestling Radio.
2, 1. Happy New Year.
We like to wish you a very happy New Year. And all of us here at City Wrestling Radio, we'd like to wish you a very happy New Year. And we will see you next year with our another retro review, Royal Rumble 1993, because
I just started that, and man, is it a chore.
all right.
Oh God, the
See you
finish of
guys
that
later.
the finish of that 93 Rumble finish, Yokozuna. Oh boy. Wait, no
spoilers.
Yeah.
No,
Oh boy.
I'm Korey Smith.
I'm Jose Osegara.
I'm Michael Vergara.
And we'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful day.
We're so drunk right now.
Happy 2021. I shouldn't have drank that bourbon. Have a good night. Bye.